And a pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome here on CRM Live Sports as we get ready for Week 5 of the high school football season here tonight at Kingston Stadium in what should be a very good 5A battle as we've got 4-0, number 2 rated in 5A Cedar Rapids Kennedy taking on 3-1 Dubuque Senior. And welcome to Kingston, Scott Unash alongside Coach John Hegarty as we have hit the halfway mark of the 2021 regular season here tonight on a beautiful night at Kingston Stadium. Temperature 68 degrees and not really even a breath of air as far as the wind is concerned, or breath of wind, I should say, John, moving Old Glory here tonight. This is about as good a night for football as you can get.
You know what? I can't believe you didn't use your standard saying tonight, Scott.
I was waiting for you to take over.
This is Chamber of Commerce weather here.
It is.
I mean, it is. It's the perfect conditions for playing a game tonight. This is going to be decided by the players and not the weather, which is always a good thing in football.
And especially if you're Dubuque Senior coming in with the number 1 passing attack in Class 5A, led by quarterback Jack Gilligan. 54 of 89 so far on the year, 61% completion percentage, 7 touchdowns, only 2 picks, and has thrown for almost 900 yards. And what impresses me most, John, about the Dubuque Senior passing attack is the fact that, yes, Landon Sauser has caught 18, but you take a look at the yards per catch for these guys. 25, 18, 15, 13. It's yards after catch. And they're not just dumping it off either.
So play like that suggests that they're going for home run balls. They've got all kinds of schemes to have one play put a score on the board, and that's dangerous. That takes the old defensive coordinator in me and gives me shivers up my spine, Scott, when I hear stats like that. Now, remember that they're going to be going against a Kennedy defensive unit that loves to pin their ears back and send people at that quarterback and harass him all night long. That can be a recipe for more big plays if Kennedy isn't careful.
For the Kennedy Cougars coming in here tonight, 4-0. They've only played 3 games. They had the forfeit last week against Jefferson, and we'll hear head coach Brian White talk about that in just a little bit and how they took care of business with that situation last weekend. But it's been 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks since Kennedy has been on the football field, and I don't think there's going to be any rust, but you never know. We'll see.
I will tell you as a former coach that if I had a situation like that in my career, which I did not, fortunately, that would have really concerned me. And it would have concerned me on several levels. One is that your guys just have this natural mental and physical letdown as soon as they hear that that game is canceled. That's not a good thing. You need your guys to be up and mentally sharp and physically sharp every day. There's another aspect to it, and that is that there's the rust component that you talked about. If you don't play for 2 weeks, that is a difficult thing to come up with. So when they come out tonight, don't be surprised if there's maybe a little bit of execution issues for Kennedy. We'll see.
Cougars, as we mentioned, 4-0. Dubuque Senior coming in at 3-1. Great to have you with us tonight for Kennedy Homecoming here on CRM Live Sports on YouTube, as well as Twitter and on Facebook. Like us, check us out, and stay with us throughout the season. And want to welcome in a couple of brand new sponsors to the fold here for this week. Of course, last week we got First Federal Credit Union on as our play of the game sponsor. And this week we welcome in Emil's Hideaway. The great folks over there, Chris and Jamie and Dave and everybody over there, and want to thank them for coming on board with CRM Live Sports. And we will hear more about Emil's Hideaway coming up, as well as our other great sponsors throughout the evening, the Dental Center, as well as American Family Insurance Agent Kurt Gustafson, Hunt Graphic Innovations, Hills Bank, Bim Ritter Sportswear in Cedar Rapids, and also Jonesy's on Wiley Boulevard. And we're going to hear from head coach Brian White of Cedar Rapids Kennedy as his Cougars get ready to take on Dubuque Senior here on homecoming night for Kennedy 2021. Back with you on CRM Live Sports, getting ready for Kennedy and Dubuque Senior on this Week 5 Thursday night. Head coach Brian White of the Cougars joining me. And I'd say, how did last week go? But it was unusual last Friday night, wasn't it?
It was real unusual. You know, we got a win, but it was 1-0, which is quite unusual. So we ended up going out scouting, just like, you used to do back in the 90s and early 2000s. Went up to the Unidome and watched Cedar Falls. So it was a good night for us as a coaching staff, but we would rather be playing a game, obviously.
And then I think I read you gave everybody the weekend off, just clear the minds a little bit.
Yeah, we switched into Dubuque senior mode early last week, so we gave them Saturday and Sunday off just to get away from football, and then came back on Monday and started going at it again.
It's not a bad idea, though, to have a couple days off like that in the middle of the season.
It was nice. We treated it like a bye week. So, last week practices were a little bit shorter, but very crisp and upbeat. And so, it's nice. You get healthy in a hurry when you get an extra week to play football.
Yeah, you do. And, so far anyway, so good for this football team. Off to an undefeated start, one of the few undefeateds in the state, but things ramp up starting tonight.
Yeah, and I told the kids, we're starting to run the gauntlet here. With Dubuque Seniors, a really good football team, and Cedar Falls obviously is Cedar Falls. They're always really good, and you look down the schedule a little bit. You got Johnston on the schedule, and so there's some really good football teams coming up. So it's going to be a tough road the rest of the way.
Well, so far anyway, starting with the offensive side of the ball, how would you characterize things through the first 3 weeks anyway, with a new quarterback and a lot of new people?
Yeah, we're pretty diverse. We can throw the ball a little bit, we can run the ball a little bit. Obviously we're a running team, and you always want to run the ball a little bit better. But the nice thing is that Carson does a good job getting the ball downfield. And we got some
off to an undefeated. How would you characterize things through the first 3 weeks anyway, with a new quarterback and a lot of new people?
Yeah, we're pretty diverse. We can throw the ball a little bit, we can run the ball a little bit. Obviously we're a running team, and you always want to run the ball a little bit better. But the nice thing is that Carson does a good job getting the ball downfield. And we got some receivers. We have 4 or 5 receivers that can go get the ball, which is a nice luxury as well. So real happy with the offense so far, and hopefully they can continue to improve.
Line has come together like you like to see?
You never know. We have 5 new starters on the offensive line, but they're doing a fantastic job right now, and we're really happy with where they're at.
And, of course, your side of the ball, the defensive side of the ball, you got tackle leaders out there. Now you got to be happy with how that's going.
Yeah, I really like how fast we're playing. We typically get a lot of tackles for loss just because of the style of defense we play, and we're right up there again this year. And the kids play hard, and they're excited. And the nice thing about us defensively is we're so unselfish. Kids don't care who gets the tackle or the sack or the interception, just as long as one of us gets it.
Well, you mentioned Dubuque Senior. This is a team with the number 1 passer in the state. Good skill guys anyway. And what about this Ram team?
They do a good job of getting the ball down the field and throwing the ball, and the quarterback will take off and run it here once in a while too. And so, we've got to try and put him on the run a little bit. If we just let him stand tall and throw the ball, he's going to do a great job. He's got a lot of good receivers to throw to. So, it's going to be a challenge to slow them down offensively.
Can't imagine that you'll not call a lot of blitzes tonight against a passing team.
Yeah, we might dial a few up here and there. Yeah, we're gonna play our style of football, and our defense is built to play against a spread offense, and so we're excited about the opportunity.
Probably not a bad week to play a Thursday night game, coming off a week where you didn't play.
No, it's great for us. We, like I said, we had that bye week and then a short week this week, and then with Cedar Falls up next, you get an extra day. So, but we have to focus on Dubuque Senior first and hopefully take care of business tonight.
Everybody fairly healthy?
Yeah, everybody's fairly healthy right now. Hopefully we'll come out at the end of the night the same way.
All right, sounds good. Best of luck to the Cougars tonight.
Thanks a lot, Scott.
Head coach Brian White of Cedar Rapids Kennedy as his Cougars get ready to take on Dubuque Senior here tonight at Kingston Stadium in Cedar Rapids. Kennedy marching band out on the field going through their pregame routine on Homecoming 2021 here tonight at Kingston Stadium for Cedar Rapids Kennedy. And we always talk about, John, the fact that homecoming brings about its own special and unique set of circumstances throughout the week.
Distractions is the thing that I think of right away. You can just sum it up with that one word. There's so many things that can take a football player's mind off of the 48 minutes that are going to be contested on this field tonight. And, maybe it's a little better today than it used to be in the olden days. I don't know that the hype and the pageantry of homecoming is quite what it used to be in the olden days. But I will tell you this, Scott. I was pleased as punch tonight to see a king and 2 queens crowned by Kennedy High School. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
They had a tie. They had a flat-footed tie
Two
with the
queens.
school of that big. Amazing.
Maybe only the seniors vote or something like that. I don't know.
I think the whole school, they said, voted.
For the finals?
Joe
Okay.
Benedict would never, ever tell a fib.
And you know what? Joe Benedict, there's a guy that years of service, and has he run that ceremony every year like a maestro? My hat is off to Joe Benedict.
Yeah. Well, we got a football game to take care of here tonight between Kennedy and Dubuque Senior. It's a Dubuque Senior team, as we mentioned, coming in, and they are number 2 in 5A, not only in passing, but in total offense. 389 yards a game, 223 through the air. They can also run it a little bit. They've got a two-headed running attack. Jack Aitchison, along with Tommy Williams, they're both seniors, and they've pretty much split the carries so far this year. It's a spread offense. They'll go with one running back, 3 wide receivers, and a tight end. There's no fullback for Dubuque Senior, and but they get some running to complement that passing attack.
And as we heard Brian White say, watch out for the Gilligan kid at quarterback, because he's a threat to run at any time too. So, yeah, what they're going to do tonight, Scott, is they're going to try and spread that ball all over the field. They're going to try and spread out Kennedy's defense, and they're going to try and get 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3 matchups. Get their athletes in space and let them do their thing.
And you talk about the immovable object as Dubuque Senior comes out of the tunnel onto the field turf here at Kingston Stadium, as the Rams at 3-1 in their all white uniforms with the red numerals, red helmets, and the white pants here this evening. You talk about the immovable object versus, you get that old adage a lot.
Irresistible force.
For Kennedy's defense, only giving up 185 yards a game, only 78 through the air. And they've got one of the better secondaries around. Dom Mann, Jaron Centers, guys like that. Mitchell Shears leading the way. It's going to be a good matchup between the Kennedy pass defense and the Dubuque Senior pass offense.
No doubt about it. That's one of the keys to the game. And you know what? I'm just going to get this out now and let it ride. You can say, and I've heard this from people, and I correct them. They say, oh, Kennedy hasn't played anybody yet. Really? They started out with Iowa City West. Then they had Bettendorf. Then they had Wash. Don't tell me they didn't play anybody. This is a darn good defense, folks.
And for Dubuque Senior, their only loss this year was at home at Dalzell against the Prairie Hawks in Week 2, 28-14. But an intra-city win to open the year against Dubuque Hempstead, 19-6. Won at a not a bad Davenport North team down at Brady Street, 27-23, and took apart Waterloo West last Friday night by a tune of 41-14. So, as I mentioned, it's a team that can put a lot of points and a lot of yards on the board here for Dubuque Senior. Now, they are giving up 314 yards a game. As far as their defense, and 130 on the ground, but they're giving up 184 through the air. Kind of interesting numbers right there.
Well, when you have kind of that air raid sort of an offense, what you try to do is outscore people, Scott. You don't really necessarily care how much your defense does statistically. You just want more points on the board at the end of the game. That's all that matters.
Week 5 of the season getting underway here tonight. One other game around the state, and that is over in Davenport, as it is the Davenport Assumption Knights hosting Central DeWitt tonight. So that is the only other game involving State of Iowa teams here this evening, as Kennedy makes their way out of the Northeast Tunnel here at Kingston Stadium in their green jerseys with the gold numbers, the green helmets, and the black pants for the Kennedy Cougars, as we're getting closer and closer to kickoff of this one here tonight. Tomorrow night, we will have a Metro affair for you over at Saints Field as district play gets underway, as the Cougars make their way out on to the field with Ethan Mills holding the family wood block here this evening. But we've got Wash and Xavier to kick off district play tomorrow night, which should be fun. This actually, John, is a group game in 5A. They don't have group standings. The groups are more of a way to schedule things. But This is a group game, if you will.
That's right. And if you're a little confused, join a whole lot of other people. But, there's a huge difference in groupings, quote unquote, and districts between the 5A and all other smaller level schools all the way down to 6 or 8-man rather, and that is just the way it is. Things change constantly. You got to stay abreast with it. The one thing I'll say about the groups in 5A, Scott, though, is that they have spread out in each group but by what I'll call the success model, which is their term, not mine, the level of difficulty amongst those people. So you're maybe going to play some better teams. You're maybe going to play some teams that aren't quite as successful or haven't been in past years. But it's spread out pretty evenly at this point to the end of the regular season.
Kennedy has won the toss, and the Cougars have deferred their choice to the second half. Dubuque Senior is going to receive here tonight at Kingston Stadium. Again, great to have you aboard here this evening. And a big thanks to all our great sponsors, including our newest sponsor, Emil's Hideaway. I want to let you know about them right out of the chute here. Emil's is the home for the best tasting American food around. Choose from your favorite chicken, pasta dishes, pizzas and burgers and fries made fresh daily. Whether you are bringing the whole family for a meal or wetting your whistle at our fully stocked bar, there's something to satisfy all ages and tastes at our classic American local restaurant. Need catering for your next party or event? Emil's has that too. Call them for details. Emil's Hideaway open Monday through Saturday at 4, right next to Home Depot and across from Lyndale Mall on 1st Avenue Southeast in Cedar Rapids.
Scott, I didn't hear him mention my favorite thing about Emil's Hideaway.
What's that?
There is an appetizer on their menu, and I can't apologize. I can't remember the exact name of the shrimp appetizer that they have there. Rob Martin bought that for me one night, and I was floating in the air. If you have not been there and had that shrimp appetizer, folks, you got to trust me. It is to die for.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Kennedy will kick it off as the Cougars will kick it from right to left. They'll defend the south goal here tonight. Luke Bradley will kick it away, and back deep twin safeties for Dubuque Senior. It'll be Sauser on the near side, and on the far side, Walker Tart. We are underway, week 5, Kennedy and Dubuque Senior. Sauser at the 5, coming to the right to the 10, to the 15, 20, little gap, 25, breaks a tackle, 30, and the kicker Bradley brings him down, but not until he gets to about the 31-yard line. So a good 26-yard return for Sauser to get things started. Dubuque Senior with their terrific quarterback, Jack Gilligan, 6 foot 185 and a senior, and he is number 1 as far as the state of Iowa in passing in Class 5A. The running backs, like I said, it's a two-headed running back situation. Tommy Williams will be one back, number 23, and also it'll be number 9, Jack Aitchison. Aitchison, 6 foot, 180 pounds. Senior 1st and 10, and they'll have it at the 31-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground against the Kennedy blitz, and Williams spins away from the first wave and got back to the line of scrimmage before he was taken down. Tackle in there, Alex Cook leading the way, the senior 200-pound linebacker for Kennedy. It'll be 2nd down and 10 right at the 31-yard line. The wide receivers are Walker Tart and Hayden Francis, along with Landon Sauser. They do have a tight end. It is Jason Renkert. They do not huddle, back to throw. Here's Gilligan, the lefty, throwing it down the right sideline, incomplete as he overshot Francis, who was triple covered down there. Mitchell Shears came over as a safety to help out. And Gilligan showing the arm right away.
And what was impressive about that was he threw it almost 40 yards in the air, flat-footed.
One setback. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, and Kennedy showing blitz, and they jumped. Left side of that Kennedy defensive line jumping that time. And it's going to cost the Cougars 5.
Yeah, they're pinning their ears back on defense. They're sending just about all 3 of the inside linebackers on every play so far. I mean, they want to tattoo that Cougar emblem on poor Mr. Gilligan in the worst way.
3rd down 5, 36-yard line. Twins left, twins right, 1 setback. Mulheron showing blitz. Back to throw Gilligan. Going to throw the little out, and it's caught by Francis, and he's got the 1st down. Hayden Francis, 6'3", 195-pound senior. And he's going to move the chains with a pickup of 6.
Francis, right? Not Francois.
Francois is on the line. A backup lineman. Yes, it's been Francis. They threw a little wrinkle in with a Francois. I checked it out. Renkert, the tight end, will flip-flop from left to right on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. Here's the handoff, but before that, flags fly. The back judge threw that one. And what do we got here? Equipment situation here against Kennedy. And we heard before the game, talking with Brian White and others, said that the Iowa High School Athletic Association sent out a memo this week to the officials. You will look for things like that starting this week in a big way.
Which means that you better call it at least once tonight.
Indeed. 5-yard penalty. 1st and 5. Here's the handoff straight ahead. Williams breaking a tackle. 50. Cuts it outside to the 45 of Kennedy and brought down by Jaron Centers, but not before he picks up about 8 and a senior first down.
Boy, he cut that back against the grain, and Centers was the only green shirt left, and Centers came up and threw a haymaker into him.
Twin receivers to the right, one to the left. 1st and 10 at the Kennedy 46, just underway. Between Dubuque Senior and number 2 rated unbeaten Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Sorensen over the ball, 285-pounder at center for Senior. They'll run it out of the shotgun, off the fake. Gilligan hit as he throws, got it out on the right side. Catch made by Sauser. Nice move at the 40, 35-30, and down the sideline and Shares wrestles him out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
That's just a great effort by Centers after he caught that ball. He had one stock receiver out there blocking for him, but it was all his juke and lateral ability that sprung him for that first down.
Sauser leading the way for Senior with 18 receptions. That was his 19th coming in. 1st and 10 after the gain of 23, and Senior on the move less than 2 minutes into the ball game. Renkert will line up as an H-back this time. Gilligan gets the snap on the handoff. Up the middle, 20 to the 15-yard line. Williams spins to the 10, to the 5, and to the goal line. He's in. Touchdown Dubuque Senior on a 23-yard run up the middle by Tommy Williams.
Yeah, that was an enormous hole there. They spread the field out with all their receivers, and the interior guard and center and guards, just did a tremendous job of blocking. It's just a gaping hole for Senior on that run.
2-minute drive that covers 69 yards. Extra point try is on the way, and it's good by Kyle Conrarty. And it is 7-0 Dubuque Senior, and the seats aren't even warm yet here at Kingston.
Well, Tommy Williams is quick. He's shifty, and he is an elusive runner. And once you give him a hole that size, he's going to find a way to make you pay unless you break down and get within range of trying to tackle him.
So Dubuque Senior coming out strong here tonight, and they lead it 7-0. Looking for a family-owned, friendly experience when you need dental care? You will find it at the Dental Center. The Dental Center, they've been caring for patients in the corridor for over 50 years. Doctors Chris, Jenna, and Kyle Hangeman, Brad Stovey, and Shannon Hengst provide dental care for the entire family from age 3 through 103. The staff at the Dental Center understand that some patients have dental anxiety, and they are very experienced in making them feel comforted and cared during their visit. Because at the Dental Center, patients are more than patients. They are part of our Dental Center family. The Dental Center, with 2 convenient locations in Southeast Cedar Rapids on Mount Vernon Road and in Hiawatha. Quality, comfortable care. Senior to kick off, Conrarty. A line drive, squib kick, and picking it up on a knee was Dominic Mann. And that will be marked at the 13-yard line for the Cougar offense.
Yeah, he went down like a shortstop, didn't want that to get behind him, and as he picked it up, one of his knees was still down on the turf, and so that's where they're going to open up play.
We'll pick our Dental Center player of the game coming up at the conclusion of the contest. Hi to Dr. Brad if he's listening tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night.
You know, do I understand it correctly that Dr. Stovey and Brian White were big college buddies down at Iowa City? I think they were.
We will find out tomorrow.
I think they were.
Three receivers for Kennedy on first down. Shotgun snap, blitz on the inside handoff. Jason Williams stands to his right and takes it across the 15 to about the 18-yard line. And Williams on his first carry picks up 5. Carson Blitz, the Kennedy quarterback, 6 foot, 180-pounder. Has only thrown 51 times in 3 games, 55% completion percentage, 8 touchdowns, though, to only 1 interception. Jason Williams, the tailback for the Cougars, 11th at 5A in rushing. 6'1", 180-pound, only a junior. Colin Flanagan, 195-pound senior fullback. But right now, Kennedy with a one-back set, and they're going to go spread off the fake. Blitz, rolls right, throws in the flat. Catch made by Lindy, the tight end.
Ooh!
And he took a shot.
And went into a coach on the senior sideline.
Everybody gets up, though, and it's going to be a first down. And that will move the chains 10 yards to the 28-yard line, and the first down of the night for Kennedy.
That only happened to me once as a coach, Scott, where I got nailed on a sideline route like that.
Was it one of your guys?
And it was one of our guys. And ever since that happened, if anything started coming my way on the sideline, I ran like a little girl. I did.
Jaron Centers in there as an extra wide out. High snap brought down. Blitz guns the far side. The catch made along the sidelines by Isaiah Morgan. As Kennedy coming out a little different look with their spread here. That's a gain of 3.
Well, they had some time to experiment with a few things here with the week off last week with no opponents, so wouldn't be surprised if we see some other wrinkles tonight.
C.J. Coker will come in as an extra tight end. Hayden Klett, a receiver, along with Isaiah Morgan. Jaron Centers, we have seen him as well for the Cougars. Receivers left and right, 2nd down and 7, this time out of the traditional I. Here's a sweep by Williams, trying to get to the corner and crosses the 35 and ankle tackled by Nate Brestrup, a corner as he gets to the 37-yard line.
That play was forced laterally to the sideline by number 24 for Dubuque senior Ray Schlosser, who did a great job. He didn't end up getting the tackle or even an assist on it, but he's the one that ended up making that play for the Rams.
3rd and a little more than a yard for Kennedy. Down 7-0, 8:36 clock running, first quarter here from Kingston Stadium. Dubuque senior scoring on their first drive. That triple I look, handoff to the second back, busting through, first down and more. As Cook takes it for about 10 out to the 47-yard line.
Alex Cook busted through that guard center spot there, and then he was just looking for somebody to put a hit on. Shoulder pads low, helmet and shoulders out in front of his body, just running like a fullback should.
First down at 10, Kennedy up front. Aiden Wick at left tackle, 6'2", 310 pounds at that left side spot. Here's another high snap, and the inside handoff. Jason Williams runs over a man at the 45, and he's got a first down. Lost his helmet as he takes it down to the 42-yard line. That's another Cougar first down.
Right, this Cougar offense right now is looking to play physical as they can. 2 plays in a row where whoever had the ball was looking and just snorting into somebody. Just, I dare you to tackle me.
So you've got Aiden Wick and Caden Reese, 310 and 250 on that left side. Daniel Eads for the Cougars at center, 250. Ian Wick and Ethan Mills, 245 and 270 on that right side. Good beef, but all new this year. Shotgun snap, blitz, deep drop, has time. Throws deep middle, man out there, and leaping catch made. Jaron Centers all the way down to the senior 15-yard line on a pickup of 26.
How often, Scott, have we seen 4 streak patterns go straight down the field, and anybody that's playing 3 deep, that leaves one guy wide open. Blitz surveyed the field and found his open man.
Well, who said we weren't going to get a track meet tonight?
That was the old Warren Holloway play.
Yes, it was. Morgan to the, no, check that. Coker to the left and Klett to the right on first down. They're going to give it to the fullback on the trap, angling right. Flanagan, he's busting tackles inside the 10, and he's down to close to a first down at the 5-yard line.
Think these Cougars are hungry? They haven't hit anybody in 2 weeks? Man, they're just coming out chomping at the bit here.
Gain of 9, 2nd and 1 after the run by Colin Flanagan. He's averaging 13.7 yards per attempt. Now
and
he's
that's
only
tough
had 3.
on traps.
2nd down, less than a yard for Kennedy. Blitz turns on the handoff. Williams stumbles and fell. And they're going to say he lost a yard. Knee hit back at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, he tried to make a cut immediately after being handed the ball, but just must have hit a wet spot, or his feet just went out from underneath him.
6:25 to play first quarter. 7-0 Dubuque Senior on top of the Cougars of Kennedy, but Kennedy on the move. We got a third down, 1.5 yards, middle of the field, and just outside the 6-yard line. Twins to the right side, blitz on the keeper, gets the snap, trying to get to the corner, and corralled and brought down for a loss. Good defensive play. Coming over to make that was 86, Jason Rankert. And decision time here for Brian White.
Yeah, that was student body left on the quarterback sweep, and they just didn't get it blocked. One of the guys came through there and threw blitz down hard.
Devin Williams going to come in. Kennedy's keeping the offense out there. Cougars are going to go for it. Wide side of the field to the right. First down. They need just about the 4-yard line. Almost 5 yards. Fourth down. Blitz back to throw. Has time. Guns the left side. Coming back. Making the catch. And very close to the first down. And I think he got it.
He got a good spot by that line judge.
Isaiah Morgan uses that big 6'5 frame. And all he did was block out the defender, and he got the first down.
Well, credit Morgan for knowing exactly where he had to go to get that first down, and then about another inch beyond it.
First and goal inside the 4 for Kennedy. Trying to tie things up on their first drive of the ball game. Hayden Klett to the right side, Coker to the left. Out of the eye, blitz, turns, hands it off. Second back through, Jason Williams, and he spins his way to the 2-yard line. Rankert again on the stop. And also in there for Dubuque Senior, Alec Parkin, 6'4", 195-pound linebacker. Second down for the Cougars. 13th play of this drive coming up for Kennedy. Triple stacked eye. Power look. They'll hand it off to the third back, Jason Williams, and he glides in for the touchdown. 5th touchdown of the year for Jason Williams, and the Cougars within a point of tying it up.
So if you're the offensive coordinator, Kyle Knock for Kennedy, how much do you enjoy a 14-play drive that started at your own 13? That is what offensive coordinators dream about, Scott.
Extra point coming up by Luke Bradley. Good snap, placement made, the kick on its way. It is up and it is good, and we are tied at 7 with 4:31 to play in a offensive-minded first quarter here.
Well, a little tennis match right now. We're going up and down the field, heads turning left and right.
No doubt about that. No doubt about that. American Family Insurance agent Kurt Gustafson is committed to inspiring and protecting dreams right here in Cedar Rapids and the surrounding area. He starts by getting to know you and your needs and build a free auto, home, or life insurance quote. By bundling policies, we can often offer a variety of discounts. Whether you're purchasing a car, buying property, managing an investment property, starting a small business, or leaving behind a legacy, we've got your back as you pursue your dreams, and we'll help protect them. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. See Kurt Gustafson Agency of American Family Insurance on Johnson Avenue Southwest, right across from the Johnson Avenue Hy-Vee for more details.
You know, Kurt's a big wrestling fan. I wouldn't be surprised if he enjoyed the news today from Iowa City about the women's wrestling.
I know you did.
I did.
I was talking to KJ Pilcher here covering things for the Gazette. And it was a banner day for wrestling. Here is the return. This is Sauser coming to the right side of the 20-yard line, 25, and close to the 30. Another good return for Landon Sauser. Senior will have it at the 29-yard line. First down and 10 for the Rams.
Well, I'm going to be interested to watch here on this second possession for Senior if Brian White, the defensive coordinator and head coach for Kennedy, keeps the dogs just relentlessly coming, or whether he backs off just a little bit and tries to play a little more coverage. I think I know the answer.
I think I do too. He will never back off on the blitzes. And a little RPO here, and nothing doing for Gilligan. On the keeper, he's going to lose a yard on the read option. And it's going to be second down coming up for the Rams.
Second by the Cougars at the 28-yard line.
7-7 ball game as we are 4 minutes from the end of the first quarter of play. Now it's Aitchison in the backfield. Jack Aitchison, 6 foot, 180-pound senior. Shotgun snap, and he'll get it up the middle, trying to kick it to the outside and brought down. Dylan Davis was there for Kennedy, as well as Michael Mulheron.
Just to give you an idea, if you can visualize this, that was just a simple handoff right through the guard center gap. And by the time the ball carrier for senior went down, there were 10 green jerseys within 5 yards of him.
Third down and 12. Cougars showing blitz with Dylan Davis. Brian White changing the defensive call right now. Still 12 in the play clock. Senior does not huddle. They look over to the sidelines. Down to 6 in the play clock. 3:10 in the first quarter, tied at 7. Here comes the blitz. Gilligan back to throw. Gilligan setting up the middle screen. It's caught. 30-yard line. 35, 40. Busting through 45. Look out, far sideline, and out of bounds is Francis. And Kennedy got caught in the blitz right there, and it's a big play and a first down.
Yeah, and what was so good about the scheme of that play, Scott, was they had trips out to the left side, the wide side of the field. Those three guys took everybody downfield with long fakes, and then they threw it on a crossing pattern to the underneath tight end on the backside. How do you cover that? That's tough.
First and 10 at the Cougar 46-yard line, wide side of the field to the right. And on the sweep, Aitchison starts to the right, tries to cut it back, and runs into a bunch of green jerseys. Cook leading the way in there for the Cougars. Also Mulheron and Dylan Davis on the stop. One of the King, a couple of those guys were King candidates tonight. As Kennedy here on their homecoming. Kennedy defensively. Caleb Jones at defensive end, junior 200-pounder. Andrew Myers, one of the state sacks leaders, 200 pounds. And Nolan Gritton in the middle. That's the starting group. Off the fake, Gilligan guns the slant and threw it in the ground, incomplete. Tried to get it to Francis. He's now 3 of 5 tonight for 56 yards.
Well, Gilligan's already, early in this game, starting to hear the footprints coming behind him and off to the side. So he's uncharacteristically letting go of that ball a little sooner than he would want to. And credit Kennedy's defense for this on tough pursuit because of that.
Michael Mulheron, the hybrid backer for the Cougars. Third down coming up for senior. Third down and 11. Mulheron showing blitz. Here comes the Kennedy defense. Back to throw. Gilligan steps up, shoots the far side, overshot his man Francis, incomplete.
Well, that collapsed pocket started forming around him there, and he stepped up like you see the NFL quarterbacks do to get rid of that one.
Kennedy with Dylan Davis, the middle linebacker, 6'6", 210. Alex Cook, the strong side man at 200 pounds. Riker Stelling, the junior 200-pounder at weak side. Karan Elmore at strong safety. Mitchell Shares, free safety. Jerron Centers and Dekai Pope back there as well. Now, it'll be senior to punt it away. Aitchison is the punter. He's a running back. Here comes a rush. Just got it away. End-over-end kick. Running up, making the catch at the 15-yard line. A sidestep to the 20-yard line as Centers and brings it back to about the 24-yard line. Aitchison only averaging 28 yards a boot and puts Kennedy back on their own 24-yard line. And 2:01 to play here in the opening quarter from Kingston.
Second possession here now for Kennedy's offense, and on their first one, if you're just joining us, they started on their own 14-play drive all the way down for the Jason Williams 2-yard run. Boy, would they love to repeat that.
7-7 ball game. 3 receivers, 2 to the right for Kennedy. Out of the shotgun, hand off to Williams, and spun down. Did get a couple out of it, maybe 3 to the, no, they're going to give him 2, said his knee touched at about the 26.
Caught in the backfield by Jack Simon again, who's been in that backfield several times here in this young game, but got wrestled away from that, and he couldn't bring him down.
Second down, a little less than 8. 90 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. Coker to the left, Isaiah Morgan out to the right. Lindy tied in on the left side. Shotgun snap and the handoff off the right side to Williams. Trying to push the pile, not much, maybe a yard. As Aitchison playing on both sides of the football, along with Jalen Mingo, the nose guard, 230-pounder. You like those big nose guards.
Wasn't that Alex Karras' name, Mingo?
Yes.
I think it was. Blazing Saddles?
Blazing Saddles. It's always good when you can get a Blazing Saddles reference in early in the ball game.
Mingo's just a name you don't forget, I'm telling you.
Third down, a little more than 5. Deep drop for Blitz. He's to throw. Going to loop the right side, one-on-one, and threw it over the head of Klett out of bounds. First incompletion for Carson Blitz tonight, and Kennedy's going to have to punt it away on a 3-and-out.
Yeah, so both teams have success driving the field on their first possessions, and both teams seemingly going to have to punt here on their second possessions.
For the Cougars, Luke Bradley averaging 34 yards a kick. Landon Sauser will drop back for the Rams at about the 32-yard line. Good snap. The rugby-style kick is away. A floater. It will take a bounce at the 35. A Cougar bounce, 30, inside the 25, and all the way down to almost the 20-yard line. Going to be a 51-yard punt for Bradley. And Senior will have it for the third time on their own 21-yard line with 31 seconds to play here in the opening quarter.
Well, both teams' rushing attacks dried up on their second possessions. We'll see what Senior now comes out for their third one. See if they keep trying to hammer it and sprinkle in the pass or change up their formations. Yeah, now they're going twins on each side instead of trips and a single.
And Williams back in there as the running back. Lone setback on first down from the 21-yard line. And the inside handoff to Williams. Busts 2 tackles and then gets bulldogged down as he gets to about the 24-yard line. Andrew Myers coming over from that right defensive end spot to bring him down. Senior will not have to run a play here in the first quarter. We're down to 10 seconds, but they are lined up and ready to go again. Second down and 7. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and they'll let the first quarter clock expire. So we are through the first quarter of play from Kingston Stadium here at Kennedy Homecoming 2021. It's second-rated Kennedy 7, Dubuque Senior 7. Bim Ritter Sportswear in Cedar Rapids is your complete apparel and headwear provider. Bim Ritter is your one-stop store for screen print and embroidery for polos, t-shirts, hats, and more for any age, from newborns to adults. Need screen printing or embroidery for your company or a special event? Bim Ritter is the answer, as they work with local teams, clubs, organizations, and businesses from startup to finish to provide the look that you need with exceptional turnaround time. Bim Ritter is also the local apparel supplier for the Cedar Rapids Colonels and Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. Bim Ritter Sportswear, 817 2nd Avenue Southeast in Cedar Rapids. Call them at 364-3479 and visit them online at bimritter.com. Well, a few adjustments made by the defensive coordinators there for that second drive by each team after each team scored in the first.
And I think both teams have a pretty good look at what their opponent's going to give them now, too, in terms of physicality and size and quickness.
7-7 ball game as we get ready to start quarter number 2. A second down at 7. Coming up for the Dubuque Senior Rams, going from right to left. Kennedy defending the north goal. Cougars showing blitz off the fake. Gilligan going to wing it up the middle, and it's caught right up the hash marks at about the 48-yard line. Catch made by Sauser.
Yep, thrown under the safeties and over the hybrids. That's a nicely schemed play there as well. That just shows good scouting of your opponent.
Sauser's second catch of the night. That goes for 24 yards and a Ram first down at the 48-yard line. We'll get you the first quarter numbers here in a moment for both teams. Well, right hash mark. High snap off the fake. Gilligan on the keeper, trying to get to the near side corner. Turns it and is ushered out of bounds in Cougar territory as he was pursued by Myers. who chased him out at the Kennedy 48.
Yeah, he had a couple of green shirts after him there, but he put a little burst on once he got out to about the numbers and then got the corner turned.
Kennedy 44 yards on the ground, 45 through the air for 89 in that first quarter. We'll give you Dubuque Senior and their first quarter here in a moment. 2nd down and 6 from the Cougar 48, tied at 7, early stages second quarter. Couple in the slot to the right for the Rams. And the Wildcat snap goes to Williams, starts right, cuts it back to the left. He's got a first down 40, got a block 35-30 and out of bounds as Riker Stelling pushes him out of bounds, but not till he gets where? To the 29 of Kennedy.
That play was designed to be a run to the right, but it dried up immediately. He cut it back and got a super block from his quarterback, Gilligan, to turn that corner.
Gain of 19, already 7 first downs in this ball game for Dubuque Senior.
He's got this Gilligan kid for Senior. He can run, he can pass, he can block. Guy's a heck of an athlete.
Yes, he is. Senior, 6 on the play clock, 1st and 10, first and 10 at the 29-yard line. Shotgun, inside handoff, Williams, little stutter move, trying to get to the outside, breaks a tackle, and the penalty flag is down. And you're signaling holding, but there might have been a grab of the face mask, too.
Boy, there was some big-time holding in there if they didn't call that. I don't know.
And that's what Brian White, I think, is telling the
Brian
side judge. No, it is a hold.
Yeah, that was, my goodness. The visually impaired could see that.
First penalty of the night against Dubuque Senior.
But, Scott, as our friend Pinky Primrose used to say, there's holding on every play.
And he's been quoted by many. By many. We'll give you the Senior numbers here in the first quarter. As Kennedy with 89 total yards in the first quarter of play. And Dubuque Senior in that first quarter with 91. Very even Steven. After the 10-yard mark off, it is a first down and 20. Long count, back to throw, Gilligan. Going to throw it in the flat, bobbled and dropped after the hit was made over there by Elmore. As they try to get it out there to the tight end. It has not caught a pass this year for Renkert. And he was punished right there.
Yeah, that play was gummed up by one of the defensive linemen getting a hand on the ball and tipping it. Could have very easily been picked by Green.
2nd down, 20, almost 20, back at the 38-yard line. Let's call it 19. Tommy Williams is the setback now. Came in with 153 yards on the season. Has a touchdown run tonight, and a big one. Twins left, Twins right, wide side of the field to the far side. Long count, and now too long, as it's going to be delay of game on the Ram offense.
You don't need that when you're looking at 2nd and 20.
Well, back them up 5 more. So it'll make it a 2nd and 24 upcoming for the Rams.
Now ball back at the 42 of Kennedy. They got to get all the way down to the 19 if they want a first down.
Wilbricht in as a 4th wide receiver. That is Joel Wilbricht, 5'10", 155-pounder. He's in the slot right. Twins beside him to the right side. One receiver to the left. Back to throw is Gilligan. He's going to loop the middle and incomplete. And a flag comes in. 2 flags, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, in the secondary. And now they're readjusting it, so that's got to be a hold also.
That was the back judge.
Yep. And he came up, and he threw it much closer to the original line of scrimmage. So, no, it's not going to be a hold. It's going to be a block in the back.
Well, no, they're going to get offensive pass interference against Dubuque Senior. Now, Brian White told me before the game, he said Senior runs a lot of pick plays for their passing attack.
The old rub.
Well, now it's defending. You're a defensive coordinator.
I was. I'm retired.
Rub, pick play. You got a name for all of them, right?
Well, there are some subtle differences, but this end result of this play is that the Rams are going back. They're in their own territory now at their own 44, and if they want a first down, they got to get down to the Kennedy 19. So it's fair to say we got about 2nd and 40.
3 straight penalties right now for Dubuque Senior, a 10, a 5, and a 15. 4 receivers, 3 to the right. 11:03 to play first half, tied at 7. Shotgun snap, Gilligan back to throw, blitz coming, caught, down he goes. Cook, the first one to bring him down back at the 32-yard line. That's another loss, this time of 13.
So now they're at their own 33 and have to get to the Kennedy 19 for a first down.
Alex Cook came in and brought him down.
Wonder what Coach Plussel's play for this kind of a situation is.
This would be a screen.
A screen or a draw.
I'm going to go with that. Cougars might be showing blitz again. They bring in an extra defensive back. Dominic Mann coming in there. 3rd down and Cascade. Back to throw. Gilligan just going to throw the out. Catch made at the 35. Cutting it back to the middle of the field, 40, and down to about the 42-yard line. Making the catch there for senior was Sauser. So he's going to get a little bit of that back, but it's still going to be a punting situation. And Aitchison will stay in there. It'll be Bradley and centers dropping back for Kennedy to get this punt. Line of scrimmage will be the 42-yard line. As senior went backwards. Here is the punt. A nice, high, beautiful spiral. And making the catch, falling on his backside, is Jaron Centers. What a kick.
Beautiful. High spiral. Looked like a couple of those McKay Jelinek kicks from last week out at Linmar. By the way, I talked to his grandfather the next day.
Oh, okay.
And I said, who taught him to kick that spiral? And all I got was a smile on Grandpa's face.
So a beautiful 45-yard punt and no return. And Kennedy in the 7-7 game will have it at the Cougar 14. They'll run it out of the eye, and the handoff. Jason Williams caught in the backfield and spun down. Connor Lucas, defensive end, 250-pound senior, knifed in there and brought him down. Going to be a loss of a yard.
Man, he just swallowed up Jason Williams. With their all-white, Scott, that looked like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man enveloping somebody in Ghostbusters. Man, what's going on with all these references I've got tonight?
I don't know. Did you watch some movies today?
We got Mingo from Blazing Saddles. We got a Pinky Primrose.
You got it all
It's
today.
the Gilligan. I'm telling you, it's Gilligan.
It's
That's
a
what
Thursday night. It's a full moon. We'll see. Shotgun snap. Blitz is back to throw. Throws deep down the far side. Man out there. Caught. Getting behind the secondary and all the way down into senior territory was Mitchell Shares at the 47-yard line.
Shares didn't get behind just one defender. He got behind 2 of them.
Gain of 40 and a Cougar first down, flips the field.
He had to actually slow down to get that pass, too, but he still had both defenders beat.
That's his first catch of the year.
I mean, he caught it with his back to the goal line, for goodness sake. Can you imagine if it had hit him in stride?
1st and 10. Shares the free safety heading to St. Thomas next year. Straight ahead handoff to Williams. Little stutter move, breaking a tackle inside the 40, 45 and down to the 43 as he will pick up 4. Williams now over 30 yards in the ball game, 32 yards and a touchdown on 10 carries. Francis, one of the linebackers. Aitchison, a linebacker. Dylan Dean, 6'2", 210, a linebacker for senior, as well as Alec Parkin, 195-pounder. Tommy Williams, Jalen Johnson, the safeties. Nate Brestup and Sam Akins are the corners. Blitz to throw on 2nd down. Stops. Throws back to the middle of the field. Nobody there. Incomplete. Lindy, the intended receiver. Williams was also back there, and it's going to bring up 3rd down for Kennedy. 5 of 7 for Carson Blitz for 85 yards here in the first half of play.
He's got some nice receivers that are really helping him, too.
We'll have our Bim Ritter halftime show coming your way at the break. Tell you what else is coming up in week 5 of the season. 3rd down, 6 for Kennedy. Ball middle of the field. They need the senior 37-yard line. Blitz, rolls, throws to the near side. Ooh, nearly a one-handed circus catch by centers, but couldn't reel it in. Incomplete. So it's at 4th down and 6. Kind of at that iffy field position at the 43 right now. And Kennedy's going to keep the offense out there.
Well, they figure as long as they're across the 50 into the opponent's territory, that's 4-down territory.
Devin Williams to the left side. Hayden Klett coming out to the right, and they're running on the eye. On 4th down, and they got senior to jump on the hard count.
Yeah, it won't be enough for a 1st down, but it's going to make it a lot more manageable.
Going to make it about a 4th and a yard and a half. And boy, Dale Plussel not a happy camper.
Whoever the defensive line coach is for senior, I'll tell you what, he's going to be harping on that.
And now Kennedy will go for it. I don't think they had any intention of going for it on that last.
Hey, if you get him to bite, it's just good coaching.
4th down and a little more than a yard. The triple power I. Long count, blitz to the 3rd back. Jason Williams cuts it back to the inside. 1st down and runs over a couple of Rams as he takes it down to the senior 30-yard line, tackled by Dylan Dean.
The reason it's called the lift drill is because the ball carrier takes and ducks his helmet and his shoulder pads and then explodes forward and up through the man that's trying to tackle him. And that is just textbook lift drill for a running back.
Got 8 yards out of it. 1st down and 10 at the 30-yard line of seniors. 7-7 here in the 2nd quarter. Inside handoff, Williams, 25, and stretches close to a 1st down. And going to depend on the spot as the officials take a look at it. And I think they're going to say he's just a little bit short. Gain of 9.
2nd down and 1 from the 21.
Williams looked like a slashing running back on that one, Scott. Just squirted through the littlest hole and then found a way to accelerate once he got past it. Just missed the 1st down.
Got 9 out of it, though, and offensive coordinators love 2nd down and less than a yard just outside the red zone. One setback, center's coming in motion. They'll fake the jet sweep and give it on the counter to Williams. Stiff arm, turns the corner to the 20. Little move at the 15. Throws a man off of him at the 10-yard line. Still on his feet, dancing back to the 5. Williams down to about the 2-yard line.
Wow.
Was that a thing of beauty?
That's highlight reel material there. How many missed tackles did he have with his incredible athleticism, his lateral moves, his speed, his vision? It was all on display on that run.
19 yards. Jason Williams already has 1 score tonight. Will he get a 2nd here? Eads over the ball at center for Kennedy. Klett, the lone receiver, out to the left side. Blitz under center, turns, hands it off left tackle. Here's Williams, and he got to the 1. Turned back right there as a couple of Rams converge on the stop. As Schlosser came up, one of the 2 Rams to make the stop. 2nd down and goal at the 1. 5:40 clock rolling here in the 1st half. 7-7 Kennedy and Dubuque Senior, but the Cougars on the doorstep. Morgan out to the left. Triple I look for Kennedy. Cuck is in there. Williams, 3rd back. They'll give it to Cuck, and the linebacker is in. Touchdown. Alex Cook gets the 1-yard score. Give it to a defensive guy, right?
Well, down there when you're got that fullback mentality, that's a great, safe call. And so, how about this? Their 2nd touchdown on the night, Kennedy's. First one started on their own 13, and this one on their own 14. Boy, that is another thing of offensive coordinator beauty.
Raider to hold. Extra point try by Bradley is up, and it is good. And Kennedy with a 14-7 lead on a 4-minute and 7-second 86-yard drive for the Cougar offense, as Kennedy takes a 14-7 lead here in the ball game. No matter where you are in life, Hills Bank is here to help you succeed. Whether you're buying your first house, saving for your child's future, or preparing for retirement, you can count on the people at Hills Bank for the support you need to reach your goals. It's easy to connect with a banker over the phone or online at hillsbank.com, because we believe banking is better through human connection. Hills Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC member. Kennedy to kick it off, and the Cougars with their first lead of the night at 14-7. And a very nice drive, as we mentioned, put together right there by Kennedy. Bradley will kick it away. From left to right, here's the approach. Soccer-style kick, end over end, and returnable at the 10, 15. Up the numbers far side. Sauser kicks it out to the far sideline and out of bounds. And a late flag flies as he goes out of bounds at the 28 is where they marked it. Not sure what that was about. Officials will deliberate. It's going to be a face mask on Kennedy. And was that the 15 or the 5?
Well, this is going to be a 15.
On the return, brought down by number 19, Connor Jeffers.
And Kennedy with a 15-yard penalty.
So all of a sudden, senior starting field position goes all the way up to the 40, their own 43.
On their own 43-yard line.
1st and 10, shotgun for Gilligan. 3 receivers all out to the left side, and Gilligan will run it to the right side on the student body right on the sweep. And maybe a yard. Mulherron gobbled him up. Also, Jones in there for the Cougars, as well as the nose guard, Noah Gritton. Look at the 250-pounder getting out there.
And when you're a nose guard and you're making a tackle on a quarterback sweep, you've got some moves.
2nd down, 9. Gilligan so far 5 of 9 in the ball game. The number 1 passer in Class 5A coming in. Gets the pistol, looking, going to throw the slant, caught. Beautiful throw and catch, Francis, and he's got a 1st down inside the Kennedy 40 down to the 39-yard line.
Boy, that's a deep slant, and receivers hate those patterns, Scott, because there's always a defender waiting in the middle to clean up on you. But that ball was thrown perfectly to hit the receiver in stride by Gilligan of Rams.
Tell you what, this quarterback has got a good arm.
He's a great athlete all the way around, too.
1st and 10, senior. Clock running, 4:20 to play first half. From the Cougar 38-yard line, just inside the right hash mark. They'll send a man in motion off the fake, back to throw. They're going to throw that slant again, and it's nearly picked off. If that was a higher pass, I think Jaron Centers would have had the pick.
2nd play in a row. Can you say going to the well a little too often? Kennedy almost made him pay.
Pim Ritter halftime show coming up at the break. 2nd down and 10. Stops the clock, 4:08 to play here in the opening half. Been a good one tonight on this Week 5 Thursday here at Kingston. 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. On 2nd and 10, Kennedy showing that outside blitz. Wilbrecht in motion. Here is the direct snap. This one goes to Aitchison and makes one man miss, spins his way to about the 34-yard line. For a gain of 4, brings up a manageable 3rd and 6 for Dubuque Senior. They're 1 out of 2 on 3rd down tries tonight.
Yeah, and the nickel package comes in on the secondary for Kennedy.
Francis to the left. They've got twins that way. Still plenty on the play clock at 15. 3rd down and 6. 3.5 to play first half. Back to throw. Gilligan throws the out to the far side and incomplete. Trying to get it to Walker Tart, but he was double teamed over there as Riker Stelling over there along with Kai Pope.
So now we'll see if Rams coach Dale Plussell is considering 4-down territory manageable here to go for it on 4th, or whether they're going to try and get Kennedy deep. 3:28 left here. Plenty of time for the ball to get turned over to the Cougars if they can stop this 4th down attempt.
Each team with all 3 of their timeouts. And as I say that, we've got a Dubuque senior timeout. So timeout, 3:28 to play here in the opening half. Number 2, Cedar Rapids Kennedy 14, and Dubuque senior 7. At Hunt Graphic Innovations, it's the personal touch that counts. If you're serious about creating an eye-catching website or need assistance in graphic design for print, newsletters, posters, signs, or banners, Hunt Graphic Innovations has the experience to help get the job done. With personal attention and competitive pricing, discover the difference Hunt Graphic Innovations can make for you. Also want to let you know about First Federal Credit Union. They're proud to sponsor high school athletics. We understand the hard work and dedication it takes for these students to succeed on the field or in the classroom. At First Federal Credit Union, we work hard every day to listen, solve problems, and are dedicated to finding ways to help you with your financial needs. From home loans to auto loans, checking, or even the best savings rates in town, we're here to help you achieve your goals. Learn more about First Federal Credit Union at firstfedcu.com, member NCUA. As now we got a Kennedy timeout. The chess match is on here, John.
Well, what's the old Kirk Ferentz saying? We'll take Floyd and leave the timeouts there. Something like that about going to Minnesota.
Indeed.
Not going to go to the halftime locker room unless you use your timeouts.
4th down and 6 before this barrage of timeouts. Again tomorrow night, we open 4A district play with the Washington Warriors and the Xavier Saints from Saints Field tomorrow night.
First 4A out to your old stomping grounds near your home.
Yeah, looking forward to it tomorrow night. Not a bad district opener with a Metro
Not
showdown.
Not too shabby.
First time, I think, in 8 years that Saints and the Warriors have gotten together.
How about that?
4th down after an offensive timeout and a defensive timeout. We're ready to go. Senior needs a Kennedy 28. It's 4th down and 6. From the 34-yard line, blitz coming. Shotgun snap to Gilligan. Retreats. Lobs it right side. Has a man out there. Caught. Touchdown.
Oh my.
Francis with the catch on a 4th down conversion from 34.
Split the 2 defenders out there. That ball was thrown perfectly. And that just quiets this homecoming crowd now. This is what we talked about in pregame, though, Scott. When you are as blitz-heavy as Kennedy's defense is, sometimes those big plays can haunt you.
And it haunted the Cougars right there. It'll be Conradi to try the extra point. It's on the way, and it is up, and it is good. And we have a new ball game. 14-14 with 3:21 time remaining here in what has been a very, very fun first half from Kingston Stadium. They are an Eastern Iowa tradition. Jonesy's on Wiley Boulevard Southwest in Cedar Rapids. Jonesy's is the home of undoubtedly the biggest and best tenderloins not only in Iowa but the world. But did you also know they have other great meal options too, like chicken fried steak and hot beef? Jonesy's also serves sandwiches and appetizers that will make your mouth water. Jonesy's, home of the biggest and best tenderloins on Wiley Boulevard Southwest here in Cedar Rapids. Well, 3:21 before halftime, and pretty good one here, 14-14.
That just shocked Kennedy right there. That was a shocking play. And as you said, we're right back into a tug of war here. 14-14, the Cougars and the Rams visiting from Dubuque.
It'll be Conradi to kick it away for Dubuque Senior. And he's going to keep it on the ground. A little squibber goes through a couple hands and picked up at the 11-yard line. Here comes Mann to the 20, down to the 25, and tripped up as he gets to the 30-yard line. So Mann brings it back for about 19. And Kennedy with 2 timeouts left before halftime. And again, great to have you aboard tonight on CRM Live Sports. Tell your friends about us for football and basketball here in the Metro and beyond. First down at the 30-yard line for the Kennedy Cougars. 3 receivers, 2 out to the right. 1 setback, and on the handoff on the inside, nothing doing. Jason Williams collected and brought down by a pair of Rams. Coming through there, Connor Lucas, one of them. And also making the stop for Dubuque Senior was linebacker Dylan Dean. And that read option loses 1. Second down, back at the 29. As Kennedy will bring Devin Williams, the senior at 6'3", into the ball game. Second down, 11. Ball middle of the field. Shotgun snap. Blitz rolls to the right side. Throws in the run up the field and batted away and almost picked off. Tried to get it to centers, and undercutting that route was Ray Schlosser.
I think Schlosser could have picked that off. He went to bat it down instead.
And I think he's a little angry with himself.
I think he is too. But he looked up, came into the Kennedy reserves there on the Kennedy side of the field, and looked up into the Kennedy stands and kind of gave him the raspberries.
3rd and 11. Kennedy is 0 for 4 on third down tries so far here in the ball game. 14-14, 2:35 remaining here in the first half. Blitz in the gun. Gets a snap. Being pressured, throws in the flat to the fullback Flanagan. Breaks 1 tackle and put out of bounds short of the first down. Dylan Dean along with Connor Lucas on the stop, and it's going to be about 3 or 4 yards shy of the first down. Well, they gave him a good spot to the 38. Still going to be too short.
Kennedy's going to roll the dice.
Wow. Try to get him off sides again?
You know, it worked once before, and this time it would give him an automatic first down if he can do the hard count.
4th and 2 at their own 38.
Dubuque screaming, don't jump, don't jump.
5-man defensive front for the Rams. Blitz on the hard count. And Dubuque Senior going to take a timeout. Rams take a timeout. Interesting. As
so head coach Brian White immediately looks over at Kyle Knock, his offensive coordinator, and says, what are we going to do? And Knock is not going into the huddle. He says, you're the head coach. This is your decision.
The play clock was down to 1 right there. And I was anticipating a Kennedy timeout. Got it, but it was from the defense in Dubuque Senior. So 4th and 2. And Kennedy, well, Bradley's out there, the punter.
Yes. Discretion, the better part of valor, I think, in this case.
I think you're right. But Bradley is the backup running back. Keep that in mind.
And he only needs 2 yards.
4th down and 2, and he's going to kick it. A high end-over-end kick. Angling to the near side will go, a Kennedy bounce at the 25, inside the 20, and down to the 18-yard line.
And why not? Nobody back for Senior on the reception.
It's going to be a 44-yard boot. So Bradley having a good night. And 2 timeouts and 2:14 remaining for this high-powered Dubuque Senior offense.
Well, and they can do it. We have found out why they lead the state in the passing average right now, because they are a threat on any pass play to go the length of the field.
And have looked good tonight. 14-14 game. Coming up toward our Ben Ritter halftime report for you. Ben Ritter Sportswear. So 2:14 to play. They'll send Francis to the near side. And One receiver to the right. A little bit more of a power look this time for Dubuque Senior. And they'll run it with Williams on the sweep. Coming to the right side. Trying to turn the corner. Broke a tackle. And he's got a first down. And out of bounds. They'll mark him across the 30 out to the 32-yard line.
Tommy Williams, the ball carrier.
And Williams goes for 14 on first down. Got a good block by the tight end H-back over there with Rankert.
That's one thing that they have done effectively running the ball tonight, the Rams have, is they have gotten the corner turned on the Kennedy defense.
1st and 10. Still 2:07 to play. First half tied at 14. And now we've got a penalty flag. And we're going to have a false start on Dubuque Senior. And it will cost the Rams 5. 5th penalty of the night for 40 yards.
Well, when it's gone right for Senior's offense, Scott, it's gone right. And when it's gone bad, they've gone backwards.
So it'll be 1st and 15. Yeah, they had a 3rd and 50.
Don't hear that very often.
First down, shotgun snap, Gilligan. Short drop, throws the right side, catch made, Francis, and he's twisted out of bounds. A host of Cougars over there, led by Tyler Bartles, pushing him out of bounds.
Well, all these out patterns that you're seeing go to the sideline right now, you might think they're intended to stop the clock, but you know what they're setting up, Scott.
Oh, yes, the old out and up.
The old out and up.
This time Francis will come to the left side. One receiver to the right. And they've got 2 H-backs. Now they'll set him up on that right side, the short side. They'll run it that way with Williams. He tries to cut it back and caught and busted down as he got to the line of scrimmage. And I think we're going to get a Kennedy timeout.
Yep, Senior's got one left, but Kennedy helping him there by taking one.
Yep, Cougars are going to take a timeout, which will let us tell you about our good friends at the Dental Center. Looking for a family-owned, friendly experience when you need dental care? You will find it at the Dental Center. The Dental Center has been caring for patients in the corridor for over 50 years. Doctors Chris, Jenna, and Kyle Hangeman, Brad Stovey, and Shannon Hanks provide dental care for the entire family from age 3 through 103. The staff at the Dental Center understand that some patients have dental anxiety, and they are very experienced in making them feel comforted and cared during their visit. Because at the Dental Center, patients are more than patients. They are part of our Dental Center family. The Dental Center, with 2 convenient locations in Southeast Cedar Rapids and in Hiawatha. Quality, comfortable care. So a 3rd down and 11. Well, if you're Dale Plessel, you try to get some points. You try to keep it on the ground. Make Kennedy use that last time out. We'll see. They'll run it out of the pistol. Twins in the slot. They'll keep it on the ground. Inside handoff. Nothing doing for Williams. Mulheron on the tackle. Loss of a yard. And Kennedy will burn that last time out.
Tommy Williams, the ball carrier.
So no timeouts, but still a minute 14 on this beautiful Thursday night for the Cougar offense.
Looks like a full timeout.
Yeah, no 30-second timeouts
No 30-second
in high school
timeouts.
football. And they're going to force the Rams to punt. Now we'll see if Kennedy will send the kitchen sink here. And maybe try to block this. Although Aitchison is not, as far as average is concerned, not one of the top punchers around. As Senior coming out of their huddle. Center's back. Now, Kennedy has been sending 2 back lately. They've only sent 1 this time. They may be going for the block. First 3 and out for Senior of the ball game, by the way. Aitchison back there. And you see, here they come. Got the kick away. A nice tail wagger and a fair catch called for and made at the 40-yard line by Centers. So a 30-yard punt, no return, and a minute 8 for Kennedy.
60 yards to pay dirt or possible attempt at a field goal here, but they've got that 1:08. That's an eternity here yet. Decent field position from their own 40.
Kennedy's got a good kicker with Bradley. No timeouts, though, for the Cougars. One remaining for Dubuque Senior. Now Mitchell Scher's going in there at 6'5", split out to the left side. And twins to the right side for Kennedy. One setback, shotgun snap. Back to throw blitz, steps up in the pocket, might run. He'll tuck it under, angling to the far side, 45, and hit out of to the 46 as he was hit out of bounds by Francis. And going to go for 6.
Gets out of bounds 1 yard back, and he doesn't absorb that blow.
You don't want to take too many of those if you're the quarterback.
You wouldn't think.
Actually, that was Aitchison, the linebacker, who hit him 9, not 8.
Guy's done it all tonight, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. Second down and 4. Wide side of the field to the right. Kennedy will send trips that way. 1 minute exactly remaining in the half. Shotgun snap to blitz. Rolls the pocket to the left side. Has time. Lobs it downfield and tried to get it to Morgan, who was open, incomplete. Awful close to the line of scrimmage, but he delivered it behind that line. Boy, and Morgan just made a move and got free, but just couldn't get hooked up.
From the 46-yard line.
So 3rd and 4 from the 46 of Kennedy.
14-14 here in this one. Waning moments of the first half. C.J. Coker out to the left, trips to the right side on 3rd down and 4. Shotgun snap, they'll keep it on the ground. Inside handoff to Williams, and he spins ahead for a first down. That'll stop the clock to move the chains at the 49. And Kennedy quickly up to the line of scrimmage. They'll get the clock started. Shotgun snap to blitz, back to throw. Throwing deep down the left side, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Williams at the 20, 25, and brought down Tommy Williams at the 26.
Ball underthrown, and it was just a matter of playing Willie Mays out in center field there for the cornerback, or free safety, rather, of Dubuque Senior.
First turnover of the ball game. And with one timeout, but all the way back to their own 26, I can't imagine Dale Plessel getting too greedy right here.
Well, you wouldn't think so, but he's got a darn good quarterback and several good receivers, and they've shown they can go to the distance on any one play.
I will never say anything again after we watch Cedar Falls do the hook and ladder, and lateral back at John Wall Field. 36 seconds to play with, and now they're going to go to the locker room. Under center, and it's going to be a knee here for Gilligan. And that will take us to halftime in what has been a very entertaining ball game here from Kingston Stadium tonight, as Cedar Rapids Kennedy and Dubuque Senior, the second-rated unbeaten Cougars and the once-beaten Rams, tied up here at the break. Kennedy 14 and Dubuque Senior 14. And like we said, only one loss in the year for this Ram football team. And that was against a very good Cedar Rapids Prairie crew.
Well, yes, and that score might be a little deceiving. They gave Prairie all they could handle up there at Dalzell Field in the second game of the season. So, Prairie, one of the better teams in the eastern half of the state, and they fought them tooth and nail right down to the end of that. So, the big play has been their modus operandi here. They've 2 touchdowns are both on big plays. The bomb and then the 23-yard run on the first possession by the running back Tommy Williams. So one of the things Kennedy will talk about, I guarantee you at halftime, is stopping those big plays.
Yes, and talking with Brian White before the game, he said that, you know what, we're going to give up some big plays. We're going to blitz again, and when they think we're not going to blitz, we're going to blitz a third time.
And that's okay if you bend but don't break, and they've broken twice now. So, I don't know. You got to stay with what your team's philosophy is, and Brian White will never hold his guys back. He just won't. But you look at the scoreboard and you try and rationalize, how did Dubuque Senior get a couple of touchdowns on a pretty darn good number 2 rated defense in the state? Well, big plays.
And big plays have been, like you said, their modus operandi here in the first half. We'll give you the halftime numbers coming up here in just a couple of moments as we get to the Bim Ritter halftime show. The Bim Ritter Sportswear halftime show here from Kingston Stadium in Cedar Rapids. And Bim Ritter Sportswear in Cedar Rapids is your complete apparel and headwear provider. Bim Ritter is your one-stop store for screen print and embroidery for polos, t-shirts, hats, and more for any age from newborn to adults. Need screen printing or embroidery for your company or a special event? Bim Ritter is the answer, as they work with local teams, clubs, organizations, and businesses from startup to finish to provide the look that you need with exceptional turnaround time. Bim Ritter is also the local apparel supplier for the Cedar Rapids Colonels and the Rough Riders. Bim Ritter Sportswear, 817 2nd Avenue Southeast here in Cedar Rapids. Call them at 364-3479 and visit them online at bimritter.com. As the Kennedy Marching Band making their way out onto the field here for their halftime performance tonight on Cougar Homecoming 2021. And I'm not sure this score is going to get some people's attention around the state. I think people know Dubuque Senior's got a good football team.
Well, what's Dale Plussel been, about a decade now up at, is this his 11th year, do I remember right?
Some real close to that, yes.
You know, the guy has built himself a solid program, and they've got athletes at Dubuque Senior, and he's got the bodies on the sideline. All you got to do is take one look at the first half of this game, and you say, A, they've got the athletes. B, they're well coached. They're explosive. And Dale Plussel is the guy that is the maestro of that whole thing. He's been showing this. My goodness, didn't his first year up there, didn't we have to do a play-off game with Kennedy, or maybe it was Prairie, that they gave them all that? And I thought, man, for a guy to come into Dubuque Senior and turn that program around the way he did in his first year, I mean, that tells you what kind of a good coach he is.
Indeed, and looking good so far here in the game's first half. Here in the Bim Ritter Sportswear halftime show, let's give you the halftime stats as we have them, the unofficial stats here at the halftime break in this game, tied at 14. Total yards in the first half, Dubuque Senior 206, Kennedy 179 at halftime. For Kennedy, 85 on the ground, 94 through the air, very balanced in that first half of play. Jason Williams leading the way for Kennedy. He's carried it 16 times for 73 yards and 1 touchdown. Alex Cook has carried it 2 times for 10 yards and 1 touchdown. Flanagan, 1 carry for 9 in the first half. Kennedy passing. Carson Blitz, 6 of 12 in the first half for 94 yards and 1 interception. He's hit 5 different receivers in the first half. Isaiah Morgan has caught 2 for 9. Lindy 1 for 10. Centers 1 for 26. Mitchell Shares 1 for 40. And Colin Flanagan 1 for 9. 8 first downs for the Cougars. Penalized 3 times for 25 yards. 1 sack and 1 turnover in the first half. For Dubuque Senior, 206 total yards at halftime. 59 on the ground, 147 through the air. Quarterback Jack Gilligan, 8 of 14 in the first half for 147 yards and 1 touchdown. Francis has caught 5 for 90 and 1 score. Sauser has caught 3 for 57 yards in the first half. On the ground, Senior being led by Tommy Williams, 8 carries for 66 yards and a touchdown. And Aitchison has carried it 3 times for a total of 2 yards. 9 first downs for Senior. They've been penalized 5 times so far for 40 yards and no turnovers. Each team, well, Dubuque Senior with 1 3-and-out in the first half of play. 2 3-and-outs for Kennedy in the first half. Third down conversion, Senior was 1 of 3 in the first half, while Kennedy was 1 of 6. Cougars 2 for 2 on 4th down. Senior 1 for 1, and that was a 34-yard pass for a touchdown on a 4th down play. And time of possession fairly close right now. Kennedy with a slight edge, 12 minutes and 45 seconds to 11 minutes and 15 seconds for Dubuque Senior. So we came in asking, can Kennedy, a very good pass defense, giving up only 78 yards a game, what would they do against number 1 pass offense in 5A? And so far, like you said, the big plays have hurt Kennedy, but we'll see if they'll make some adjustments and what they'll do in the second half.
Well, here's the thing, though, Scott. When you think about the big passing plays that Senior had in this first half, in my mind's eye, I go back to several of those. Kennedy had double coverage on the guy that the ball was thrown to. It wasn't that there were broken coverages or busted coverages. They just didn't. The ball was thrown perfectly by the Gilligan kid from Dubuque, and the receiver went up at the highest point and caught the ball. I don't know that there's a whole lot more Kennedy could have done in terms of the schemes or their ability to cover. Everybody was there, and they were doing their job. It's just an outstanding effort by the quarterback and the receivers for Dubuque.
It's a good football team. A lot of weapons for Dubuque Senior, and Gilligan can wing it. The lefty has got a good arm, good strength.
Yeah, he's not only has he got a strong arm, he's got an accurate arm, and he goes back in the pocket and sets up. He doesn't try and throw on the run or get flushed out on a sprint type of play action pass or anything like that. He just goes back there like a classic NFL quarterback, and he looks downfield. Now the pocket has collapsed on him a few times, and he's had to scramble, but by and large, he stands pretty tall back there in that pocket, and he doesn't flinch. He looks downfield, goes through his progression, checks off his receivers, and to this point at least, he's had a pretty good job finding of his receivers or throwing the ball, maybe most importantly, Scott, throwing the ball where it's not interceptable.
Indeed, and we know Brian White's not going to stop blitzing in the second half. We know that. So what other adjustments is he going to make?
Yeah, in terms of the passing game, I'm not really sure that he's going to change anything. He's just going to say, we've got to make better plays on those long passes, keep things more in front of us a little bit, and when that ball is thrown deep and high, you got to go up and fight for that ball and make sure you get a hand on it. If you can't intercept it, get a hand on it and bat it away. I mean, I find no fault whatsoever in Kennedy's defense. Maybe what they've got to do is they've got to find a way to get more pressure on Gilligan back there, the Rams quarterback, and get to him a little bit more. Now, as this game progresses, the offensive linemen may get a little leg weary and thicker legs than the blitzing linebackers and hybrids for Kennedy. So maybe that'll come into play for the Cougars.
Coming your way on the Ben Ritter Sportswear halftime show as we are tied here at the break. Kennedy 14 and Dubuque Senior 14 as the Cougar Marching Band on the field right now. We mentioned tomorrow night we'll be at Saints Field as it'll be Xavier and Wash going at it in the 4A district opener. And that should be a very interesting ball game coming up. It's all district play in 4A, 3A, 2A, 1AA, and 8-man starting tomorrow night.
Yep. If you're anything but 5A, boy, now is when your season starts if you have any designs on postseason.
Of course, last week in 5A, we had the big upset of Southeast Polk going down to Ankeny. You watched that game?
Yes, and if anybody that's listening knows the name Xavier Wampum, that guy, I'm telling you, he was in street clothes and was not playing. He didn't play one down in that game, or did he even suit up. And when you take him out of the game, Southeast Polk's a different team because he's an impact player as a receiver, as a defensive back, and as a kick returner. I mean, this is a guy that is Ohio State's salivating for him. They want him so badly, Scott, and that's all you need to know about how good he is. So for him to be out of that game, not taking anything away from Ankeny, but I watched that whole game on video from start to finish, and the difference in the game was that the big man on campus was not out there for Southeast Polk.
Yeah, and didn't drop a whole lot. It's not going to really hurt Southeast Polk, certainly. You got some very interesting things starting to shape up. You got three of the prominent programs lately in 5A, all 1-3 right now, with Bettendorf, West High, and Dowling is 1-3 right now And I took a look and did some number crunching. Bettendorf has got a very tough road to hoe.
Yes.
Schedule-wise.
They should be worried. And, the battle of the boot between City High and West is tomorrow night.
Oh, you think City High's not salivating?
Oh, and City High hasn't seen the boot for some time. West, that's going to be tough for them, too. I think after the City High game, though, I want to say that their schedule lightens up. So they maybe are in a little better position to make a run to the playoffs still with the RPI because they're going to have a great strength of schedule. Those losses that they had are to some real quality teams. I looked at Dowling's schedule, Scott, and even though they only have one win right now, their schedule really lightens up now. Now, they do have 2 toughies yet. They've got, of course, Valley. Valley's looming, and they're always going to have Valley. But they've also got Johnston in there. And if they lose to both of those teams, I hate to tell you, folks, Dowling ain't going to the playoffs.
Johnston, though, did lose their quarterback for the year with a knee injury, unfortunately.
I'm not saying Dowling's not going to the playoffs. I'm just saying they've got a couple of toughies yet. And sitting at 1-3, I don't think, even with strength of schedule and RPI, I don't think 4 and 5 will get you in, Scott.
I don't think it will
Not with
either.
16 teams.
No, it's going to be 5. There are going to be a couple, maybe even 5 and 4s. That might not make it. Some of the games tomorrow night in Class 5A. Dowling will host 3-1 Council Bluffs Lincoln. Now, Lincoln has not played nearly the schedule that Dowling has done, but we'll see how that plays out. Johnston goes to 0-4 Waukee tomorrow night. As we mentioned, Johnston now without their starting quarterback, so we'll see how that goes. You've got Des Moines Roosevelt and Ankeny. Now, Roosevelt got shut out by Urbandale last week, 30-0. They take on Ankeny tomorrow night. It'll be also tomorrow evening. Southeast Polk entertaining Waterloo West. Watch out for Waukee Northwest. They are 1-3, but they played in a murderer's row their first 4 games as a school. They will take on and host Sioux City West coming up tomorrow. Bettendorf will take on 3-1 Davenport Central tomorrow at Brady Street.
That's not going to be a cakewalk.
No, it is not. And we mentioned the Battle of the Boot coming up tomorrow night. PV hosts Davenport North in a battle of 2 and 2s.
That's not going to be a cakewalk for PV either.
No, it is not. That'll be coming up tomorrow night. As we mentioned, district play getting started tomorrow as well around the state of Iowa in Class 4A. They're getting their districts underway. And, boy, some very interesting games as far as that is concerned coming up tomorrow. And around the state, and they include, we mentioned Wash and Xavier coming up tomorrow. Western Dubuque and Marion. Marion coming off their first win for Coach Joyner last week. So congratulations. Oski goes to Clear Creek Amana tomorrow. Tell you what, the district we're going to see, you know who's in last right now? The Dutch. The little Dutch
that's
is
almost
1-3.
unthinkable. Jay McKinstry hasn't been in that situation maybe ever.
And they go to Newton, unbeaten Newton tomorrow in a backyard rivalry. So that'll be interesting coming up tomorrow. You've got Liberty and North Scott playing.
Number 1 team, North Scott.
In Eldridge coming up tomorrow. And just a handful of great games coming up tomorrow. We are at halftime here at Kingston Stadium in the Bob Brooks press box as KJ Pilcher, the Gazette, says hi to us. We are tied at 14 between Kennedy
KJ is
and
one
Senior.
of those utility men who does it all for the Gazette.
Indeed.
Along with Jeff Linder and Jeff Johnson. Those guys, they're everywhere, Scott.
Yeah, they are. You've been listening to the Bim Ritter Sportswear halftime show here as we are tied at 14 at Kingston Stadium. In your search for your favorite restaurant in Cedar Rapids, come to Emel's Hideaway. Emel's is the home for the best tasting American food around. Choose from your favorite chicken, pasta dishes, pizzas, and burgers and fries made fresh daily. Whether you are bringing the whole family for a meal or wetting your whistle at our fully stocked bar, there's something to satisfy all ages and tastes at our classic American local restaurant. Need catering for your next party or event? Emel's has that too. Call them for details. Emel's Hideaway, open Monday through Saturday at 4 p.m. is right next to Home Depot and across from Lyndale Mall on 1st Avenue Southeast in Cedar Rapids. Also at Hunt Graphic Innovations, it's the personal touch that counts. If you're serious about creating an eye-catching website or need assistance in graphic design for print, newsletters, posters, signs, or banners, Hunt Graphic Innovations has the experience to help get the job done. With personal attention and competitive pricing, discover the difference Hunt Graphic Innovations can make for you. Thanks to all our great sponsors here on CRM Live Sports on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at CRM Live Sports, and also like our Facebook page. And if you'd like to become a sponsor, just reach out to yours truly. You can get a hold of John as well. And we'll get you all hooked up and ready to go as we get into the second half of the football campaign, into the postseason, and get ready for basketball as well. Both teams back out, and it's going to be Kennedy to get the second half kickoff here. And this first team to score is got to think they're going to have an advantage here in the second half.
Well, and here's another thing, just looking back at my score sheet from the first half, these two teams each only had 5 possessions. Well, in a tight game like this that's tied 14-14, man, in the second half, Scott, you better value each possession and get something out of it if you can, even if it's a field goal. Because if the trend holds here in the second half and you only touch the ball 5 more times, my gosh, anything could happen.
Kennedy is going to receive. It's going to be Dominic Mann along with Jaron Centers back to get the kickoff. As senior will kick it off from right to left. They'll defend the south goal. Kyle Conrarty, the junior, will kick it away. As we're getting chilly, 59 degrees here at the Old Gray Lady tonight.
It's football weather. This is the way it should be. Notice how nobody's down cramping anymore with trainers coming out, pushing their feet back? That's the way it should be. A little frost on the pumpkin can't be too far behind either, Scott.
Good thing I brought the jacket tonight. So we are set to go for half number 2 here from Kingston Stadium. As Kennedy will get the first possession of the second half. Conrarty to kick it away. Gets a signal from the officials here in this tie game, and we're underway. Short kick angling to the far side, and it's going to go right out of bounds.
Kennedy says thank you.
And not sure what that was about. But Kennedy will get it probably at the 35-yard line.
Looked like he was trying to squib it and maybe have it die a little bit short, but he kicked that entirely too hard if that was the case.
Carson Blitz, the quarterback for Kennedy. Jason Williams, the tailback. Colin Flanagan, the fullback. Isaiah Morgan, Hayden Klett, the starting wide receivers. Brendan Lindy, the tight end, 6'4", 215-pound senior. First and 10, Cougars, 35-yard line. As we start the second half. On the inside handoff, here comes Williams up the middle. Busts a couple tackles, and then he runs right into the big linebacker, Dylan Dean, that pushed him back after a gain of 4 to the 39-yard line. Busy night for Jason Williams.
And a physical night, too. He's been giving as much as he's gotten.
Yeah, he's a 6'1", 180-pounder.
Boy, he plays bigger than that, though.
And a 4, second down and 6 for the Cougars. Receivers left and right. Handoff, second back through Williams, and he's close to a first down. Following the center. I'm going to say his knee hit at the 44, so he's going to be about a yard shy of the yardage to gain. And a manageable 3rd down and 1 coming up for Kennedy. Now, Riker Stelling coming in. Talking to Brian White and Kyle Knock before the game. Said they're going to do some little wildcat here tonight, probably in the second half. And we'll see.
Here it comes.
Yep, we're going to get it right now. Going to be 3 blocking backs in front of Jason Williams. And running the show here. Here comes Centers trying to get around the corner, and it's going to be close to a first down. But they're going to give it to him. Crosses the 45 to the 46-yard line. And Centers gives Kennedy the first down. They're 9th of the night. That's a long snap back there between 3 up backs, big guys, to
And when
centers.
you're running a sweep, it takes a while to get that corner turned.
1st and 10, 46-yard line. Seniors showing blitz this time. Here they come. Handoff up the middle. Williams busts through. Kicks it outside 50. Turns the corner 45 and chased down from behind at the Ram 39-yard line. And a flag comes in late.
Yep. Williams ran right through the blitzing linebacker for senior.
Well, somebody said something they shouldn't. Which side it was, who knows?
Here comes the call.
And it's going to be against Kennedy.
Believe that would be unsportsmanlike conduct.
Brian White getting the explanation. So the 15-yard run will count, but the dead ball foul will march it back 15. It'll be 1st and 10, back where Kennedy started this particular play.
Yeah, the officials coming over now to give their explanation to Coach White, whose hands are on his hips and he's kind of shaking his head. And obviously on the far side of the field, so there's no way for him to know exactly what happened. He has to just take their word for it. But you got all those officials up right there on the spot. I'm sure that it was, like you said, something that came out of a mouth, because there were no physical actions of retaliation taken, that's for sure.
Center is going to come back in there. We'll see if Kennedy goes back to that Wildcat. So almost like that play never happened.
Well, and I got to think that that's going to keep the senior defensive coordinator from sending blitzers right up the middle again, too.
First time senior blitz, and they paid the price. Back to throw his blitz. You're going to throw the middle of the field, knocked down, and was it intercepted? No.
Close.
On the deflection, almost picked off. And it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Ball bounced up in the air for what seemed like an eternity if you're a Kennedy fan. And then number 40 for the Rams had a chance on his knees to catch it.
Dylan Dean. 2nd down and 10. 10:28 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Kennedy 14, Dubuque Senior 14. Cougars send twins to the right side, one receiver to the left. And off the fake, blitz rolls, throws, caught, centers. He's going to be close to a Kennedy first down. Ridden out by Nate Brestrup. And it's going to depend on the spot where the official is going to put it down. And they're going to bring in the chains. Although from our vantage, no, they are going to move them. I say our vantage point, it looks like it's a first down. So the all-do-it-everything guy, Jaron Centers, a 6 foot, 160-pound senior, gives Kennedy a first down. Younger brother Caden, though, injured. He was injured, remember, in the last play of the Bettendorf game.
That's right.
And he is in street clothes tonight. First down, handoff, straight ahead, second back through. Williams lowers his shoulder and got a yard. Jack Simon in there on the stop for Dubuque Senior. Aitchison also there. And it'll be a 2nd down and 9 at the 42-yard line of the Rams. Kennedy got the second half kickoff. And they've been on a sustained drive to start things off here. Second down and 9. Ball right hash mark at the 42-yard line. Shotgun snap back to blitz. Throws the out. Caught by Williams in the flat and runs into a bunch of white shirts right at the line of scrimmage. Dylan Dean leading the way. The linebacker, and Schlosser also there.
Another huge collision that Williams was involved in. He's going to be one sore pup come tomorrow morning.
And he's carried the ball a ton tonight. I mean, not Max White ton.
Yeah, not Max White like, but still.
Kennedy 2 of 7 on 3rd downs. They've got a full one here, 3rd down and 9. Shotgun snap. Here's blitz to throw. Pressured, steps up in the pocket, throws deep down the middle, going for centers, over the shoulder, incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that.
Boy, had it for a moment. It looked like it was knocked out by Tommy Williams.
Couple of steps on the coverage down there. 3 white jerseys, though, in the area, and yet that was a catchable ball.
And I think that Williams just got his hand in the cookie jar there at the end. Now, we do have a penalty. Roughing the passer against Dubuque Senior. Did not see that. Cougars say thank you very much for the free 15.
That'll be an automatic first down, and now they're going to be getting close to the red zone of Dubuque Senior.
That's going to march it all the way down to the 27-yard line. And now it's Dale Plessel's turn to be out on the field about 3 yards.
After the penalty, it's first down, Cougars.
1st and 10. Senior penalized for the 6th time in the ball game. Tie-dye formation and the handoff off tackle. Williams. And just thrown down
on his head
by Dean, and we have a penalty flag and false start on Kennedy. That play actually should have never happened.
Dean picked Williams up, turned him sideways in the air, and planted him on top of his helmet, Scott.
5-yard false start penalty. And we'll make it first down and 15. Senior, 5-man defensive front in there right now. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Kennedy. Coker to the left, trips to the right. Shotgun snap to blitz. He's going to throw the out on the far side, and in the leaping catch made right at the 6 by Coker, and another penalty flag.
Oh, we're getting chippy now.
As one of the Cougar linemen lost his helmet.
It's going to be a personal foul.
Against Dubuque Senior.
Senior kind of losing their composure right now.
Now it'll be post-play, correct?
Another dead ball.
So catch to Coker should stand. And then it should be the penalty, half the distance to the goal. And that's going to be a 13-yard mark-off after the 15-yard mark-off. And another Kennedy first down. It's going to be the 13th first and 10 of the night for the Cougars. And it is now deep in Senior territory at the 13-yard line. Klett to the left, 2 receivers to the right side. And off the shotgun, blitz to throw. Throws the slant, caught at the goal line, and Morgan, did he get in? Yes, touchdown. Isaiah Morgan on the reception for the touchdown, and Kennedy takes the lead. Gift wrapped by a couple of Senior penalties.
Yep, Senior really helped Kennedy's offense on that particular drive, but nice to see the Kennedy team get 7 on the board here and take the lead.
For Isaiah Morgan, that is his first touchdown reception of the year for the Senior. And Bradley to come on to try the extra point. And a beautiful pass from Carson Blitz. Raider the hold, good snap, placed down, kick on its way up, good. And the Cougars strike first. 7:53 to play here in the third quarter. And it's now Cedar Rapids Kennedy 21 and Dubuque Senior 14. First Federal Credit Union has been helping homeowners for almost a century. Options are crucial when it comes to a first-time home purchase, mortgage refinancing, or a bill consolidation loan. Being able to select the absolute best loan for your situation can literally save you thousands of dollars over the life of the loan. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or an experienced homeowner, First Federal Credit Union will work to find a solution that is right for you. Learn more at firstfedcu.com. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Well, we'll see if my prediction holds true, John. See if whoever struck first going to have a decided advantage coming off the tie at half.
Well, not only did they take the lead here in this game, but they took a lot of time off the clock as well.
13-yard pass reception to Isaiah Morgan from Carson Blitz. Bradley to kick it off. Sauser back deep along with Tart. Twin safeties at about the 10-yard line. Here's the boot. High end over end. This will be Tart at the 13. Comes to the right side of the 20 to the 25. Broke a tackle to 30. And make that Akins this time, not Tart. 5 instead of 6. Brings it back to about the 30-yard line, where the high-powered passing game at Dubuque Senior will come out. Jack Gilligan has been the quarterback the whole way for Dubuque Senior. Number 1 passer in 5A in the state coming in. Going to mark it at the 31-yard line. So where Senior will have it. 1st and 10, wide side of the field to the right. Here is the inside handoff. Aitchison on the sweep, coming right. Gets about 3 to the 34-yard line as Riker Stelling, the weak side linebacker for Kennedy, on the stop. We've seen more of Tommy Williams tonight than Aitchison, but still, both backs getting things done. Brian White bringing the troops up here. Kennedy with 4 down linemen on this 2nd down play. 2nd down at 7. Shotgun snap off the fake. Gilligan on the keeper, coming left, and it's close to a 1st down. The old read option there, John.
Going to be short, though. Gilligan ran that ball hard, though.
Tell you, he's going to make somebody a really nice college quarterback.
He's going to be playing on Saturdays next year.
Quarterback sneak. Gilligan's 2nd effort. I don't think he got there.
Nope.
He didn't. Oh, Brian White is one happy defensive coordinator.
Boy, he's jumping around down there. His guys have got him all excited on that.
And now, Senior keeping the offense out there.
Nope. Now they're going to send in the punt team.
Okay. Now remember, they have a running back as a punter as well with Aitchison. So you never know right here. One bounce back. They are going to kick it, angling to the near side, a wobbler, and will go out of bounds. So they did punt it. And Kennedy will get it back. And where will they mark it? And it will be at the 32-yard line. Not a great punt, only a 28-yarder.
Ball was not snapped very well back to the punter for Dubuque Senior. Took a couple of hops on the ground, and he panicked just for a second, but got it off on a 1-step punt.
So Kennedy will get it up 21-14. And decent field position at their own 32-yard line. As the Cougars scored on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Again, blitz out there at quarterback. Eads over the ball at center. And they'll give it to the fullback. And nice yardage for Flanagan. As Collin takes it for about 6, maybe 7 out to the 38-yard line.
Flanagan, the ball carrier.
2 carries, 15 yards. That's how you keep defenses honest.
You know, he's a battering ram. He put a hit on that Schlosser kid there at the end where the two of them just was like, that's old-fashioned collision football right there.
Don't see a little counter trap very often. But it was right there. Offset eye to the right side. And on 2nd down, handoff, Jason Williams. Trap, got out of it. Penalty flag flies. Ball may have come loose. But Kennedy got it, but we'll see what the flag's about. I think it's going to be a hold. And it's going to be, face mask against Senior. And that's going to give Kennedy the 1st down.
Well, Kennedy's these last 2 drives has been helped immensely by miscues on the side of the Rams. Dubuque Senior getting the hanky out.
after the penalty.
letting Green move down the field.
46-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 for Kennedy. We'll pick our Dental Center player of the game coming up at the conclusion of this one. Also have our player of the game, I should say. We'll have our play of the game brought to you by First Federal Credit Union. Blitz the throw. Going to throw the out to Morgan. Makes the catch, spins, got away from one, and steps out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Ty Shaber escorts him out of bounds, but not before a gain of around 10. And they'll move the chains. 1st down, Cougars. 4th catch of the night for Isaiah Morgan for 32 and a touchdown. 6 different receivers Carson Blitz has hit tonight. No wonder he was on the homecoming court. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. Counter give. Nothing doing. Williams trapped in the backfield. Brought down. Connor Lucas and Jason Renkert on the stop there for the Ram defense. Yeah, that's going to be a loss of 4 that time. Ball control here for Kennedy. We're down to 4:28. Clock rolling in the 3rd. And Kennedy up 21-14. Here from Kingston Stadium on this Week 5 Thursday night. Shares in the game. Twins left, Twins to the right. On 2nd down and long. Shotgun snap, blitz. Deep drop, now rolls the pocket left, throwing down the middle, and it's tipped away, picked off. Off the deflection, coming up with it is Schlosser. Cuts it back middle of the field at the 35 and brought down by Caden Reese as he gets back to the 32-yard line.
Kennedy fans not happy with a no call on interference there. They thought that one of the cornerbacks for Dubuque Senior wrapped up their receiver before the ball got there.
No call.
But no call, and the ball, as you said, Scott, bounced up in the air, and the Schlosser kid was right there to pick it up. Nice return after the interception for Dubuque Senior.
Take it back to the 33-yard line. Will be where the Rams will scrimmage. 21-14, Kennedy with the lead. 4 receivers, 3 to the right. And a man coming in motion. That's Wilbricht. And he turns it upfield. Back to throw, and Wilbricht with the catch of the 50, and he takes it down to the 45. Kennedy coaches wanted an illegal motion, and I think they should have got one there, but it will stand.
Hit that Wilbricht receiver in stride there.
He definitely turned upfield early. Gain of 22, and it will stand. 1st down for Dubuque Senior. At the Kennedy 45-yard line. Ball right in the middle of the field. H back to the left. They'll send Sauser in motion to the left side. Back to throw, Gilligan. Has time. Loads it up. Going deep. Going down the near sideline. And right there, but off the hands of Landon Sauser, incomplete. What a beautiful pass.
He had a lot of time back there, too. Nobody blitzing that time for Kennedy.
And it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Not very often I can say that either.
Hasn't happened very often. Kennedy a 4-4 look right now. And only 3 defensive backs. 3:24 to play here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line. Gilligan to throw it again. Same play, other side, into double coverage and overshot. Tart, incomplete. I think he threw that one away.
Obviously a message sent at halftime that they've got to cover those deep patterns with a little bit more of a cushion and not letting anybody get behind them there. But on both of those deep throws, Kennedy double coverage there took care of business.
3rd and 10. Kennedy's going to bring in 2 extra defensive backs, Jeffords and Mann here.
That'd be the dime.
12 on the play clock, 3:19 on the big clock here in the 3rd quarter. Rams with the ball down by 7. Kennedy 21, Dubuque Senior 14. Shotgun back. Here's Gilligan to throw. Throws the out. Catch made and short of the 1st down. After the reception was Walker Tart. It's only going to be about a yard short, though, John. He got 9.
This is a big play in this game right here, Scott.
Fourth down and 1.
Seniors keeping the offense out there. They misfired on their last fourth down. They went with the sneak. They're not doing it this time. Gilligan's going to stay in the pistol. Fourth down and a yard from the Kennedy 36-yard line. And they're going to run it with Gilligan. He's got the first down and more. Cuts it back, and he's busting loose. 20-15 and down to the Kennedy 14. On a gain of 22.
Good call, but not the result that I think either side was expecting. Senior just wanted to get the first down. Kennedy let him bust through the line, and it was off to the races with the safety.
They went against the power look that time.
Yep.
In the red zone, trying for the tying score. First and 10 at the 14-yard line for Senior. Stutter motion from right to left. And the handoff on the sweep. Cutting it back, breaking a tackle. Aitchison takes on Shears and gets down to about the 7-yard line for a pickup of 7. Hard run there by Aitchison.
I tell you what, both these teams are, both running backs and tacklers are just punishing hits on each other.
And a good ball game. 21-14, Cedar Rapids Kennedy over Dubuque Senior. Gain of 7, second down and 3. And they're going to put Renkert in the backfield now as a fullback. They'll run it out of the eye. Under center is Gilligan. He'll turn, hand it off. Second back, and Aitchison hit. Twisted down. Going to be a loss of a yard. As getting through there, Dylan Davis, the middle linebacker, on the stop.
That was the old power running play where the fullback is supposed to kick out the defensive end while the lineman double team down inside. But any penetration on that, which Kennedy got, by the way, is going to foul up that power play.
3rd and 5 for Dubuque Senior. A little less than 5 at the 9 of Kennedy. One setback. That's Aitchison. Gilligan, long count, blitz coming. They're going to run the little option. Turning it up, Gilligan breaks a tackle and in. First time we've seen option tonight. Boy, did it work.
Boy, speed option, and it burned. The speed just killed Kennedy there. Gilligan didn't even have to think about the pitch. It was all right there for him to run on the quarterback keep off the option.
4th touchdown run of the year for Jack Gilligan. 54 seconds to play in the 3rd, and right back possibly to a tie.
Pretty important kick here.
And we got movement up front against Dubuque Senior.
Yeah, that's unforgivable. One of the left linemen pulled up. There's no reason to do that on a point after a kick.
And it's going to cost him 5.
The kicker's got a good enough leg. It shouldn't matter if they hold the line on this particular play, but my goodness.
But every yard counts, as you mentioned. So it'll be Conradi to try it again. High snap brought down, kick on its way, and it is still good.
Another flag.
Right where the holder was.
This might be on Kennedy and assessed on the kickoff. Yes, it's going to be a personal foul against Kennedy.
I think running into the kicker or the holder.
It'll be assessed on the kickoff.
So we are 21-21 as we near the end of the 3rd quarter here at Kingston Stadium in Cedar Rapids. We've got a good one on our hands here tonight. As Kennedy is going to get the kick here. And every time the Cougars think they got a little bit of breathing room, back comes Dubuque Senior.
That was a very nice drive by Dubuque Senior. They started on their own 33, and they just methodically went down the field. And it really was a nice combination of both running and passing. But their execution was just there.
I solidly believe this is going to be a playoff team for Dubuque Senior. And they're proving me right here tonight.
Well, really, they've only got one ranked team on their schedule after tonight, and that is in Week 9 against Cedar Falls, and they have to go to the Dome.
And this kickoff is going to sail through the end zone after the 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, kicking from the 50s, every kicker's dream.
So Kennedy, with 54 seconds remaining, will have it at the 20-yard line. So I like the little chess match going on between these coaches. Senior brings out a little option, and boy, did it work.
Cougars on their own 20-yard line.
First and 10 for Kennedy with 54 seconds remaining here in the third. Blitz gets a shotgun snap, rolls left, throws short into the flat, far side, and catch made for about 6, and we've got another penalty flag down. And this is a hold on Kennedy.
And all of the defensive linemen for Senior are clapping. They've probably been chirping in the officials' ears all night, like all defensive linemen do. I'm getting held.
Now, did you teach your defensive linemen to do that?
No comment.
You did not have to, right? You didn't have to do that.
My favorite saying to defensive linemen was, "We are not garbage eaters for the linebackers." But, of course, they are.
10-yard mark-off. First down and 20. And what could be the final play of the third quarter coming up? Garbage eaters. I like that. They didn't like it, though.
No, I think they did. I think they knew I was sticking up for them.
It was a compliment.
That's right.
Cougars with a first down and 20 off the fake. Blitz to throw. Throws the out. It's caught by Hayden Klett and tackled inbounds. They got the penalty yardage back, +1. First catch and the 7th different receiver.
That should end the third.
As Hayden Klett gets 11, and we've got an injured Cougar, and that is Klett. And you talked too soon about
the cramping.
I'm afraid.
But we do have a break here for the end of the third quarter.
So it is Cedar Rapids Kennedy 21 and Dubuque Senior 21 as we head to the fourth quarter here at Kingston Stadium in Cedar Rapids. No matter where you are in life, Hills Bank is here to help you succeed. Whether you're buying your first house, saving for your child's future, or preparing for retirement, you can count on the people at Hills Bank for the support you need to reach your goals. It's easy to connect with a banker over the phone or on hillsbank.com because we believe banking is better through human connection. Hills Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC member. One other game going on tonight over in the Quad Cities.
Now, with Assumption having their own field, why are they having games on Thursday, Scott?
Because they didn't think they were going to have the field ready to go. And
just in case, in other words. They might have to go to Brady.
Correct.
So in anticipation of the field not being ready, they would still have a Thursday night obligation to play at Brady Stadium.
That is correct. First play of the fourth quarter, inside handoff, Jason Williams. And Williams is going to take it for about 7 out to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, the draw there kind of caught Dubuque Senior defense napping. Good call by Kyle Knock.
Williams is up toward 100. That might have put him over 100. And it did. 104 yards now for Jason Williams.
Triple I.
Third down and 2. That power I stack for Kennedy, and they'll toss it to Jason Williams. Blockers in front. First down easily. 35 down the near sideline and out of bounds. And we've got an injured Ram back at about the 25, but the run takes it to the 48.
Now, and I'm here to tell you, with the result of that play out of the stacked triple I formation, man, they're going to see a lot more of that until Senior's defense can show that they stop it.
They got outflanked that time.
Kyle Knock, if he can keep calling out of that, he's going to do it the rest of the game. Yep, here it is again. Oh, no, it's not.
This just a regular eye this time. On first down, handoff straight ahead. Jason Williams trying to find a hole and found a good one. Got 7 out of it to the 45 of the Rams.
Scott, he hits the hole so quickly. But it's more than just his quickness. It's his determination, his body lean, so that when he gets hit, he drags people along. He loves getting contact from that running back position, but he's also got great lateral motion, and his vision is tremendous.
Get you the third quarter numbers here in just a moment. Same play, Jason Williams up the middle, and he's got a first down. This is Kennedy football as we know it, right?
Well, this is the first time since early in the first quarter that the Kennedy line has just been coming off and pushing White's jerseys back. It almost looks as though Kennedy's a little fresher up front right now than Dubuque Senior.
1st and 10 for the Cougars. 260 total yards for Kennedy through 3, 283 for Dubuque Senior. Blitz off play action, rolls right, has time, lobs it downfield. Lindy, the tight end's got it. Down the numbers at the 20, tackled from behind at the 15-yard line.
Yep, there's the old tight end drag pattern, and boy, have we learned through years and years of watching that play, Scott, how tough it is for linebackers to cover.
Gain of 26, Kennedy in business. In the red zone at the Dubuque Senior 14-yard line. 21-21 here at Kingston Stadium. Second-rated Kennedy trying to stay perfect on the year. First down. They'll run it out of the power I. Hand off Jason Williams and tackled immediately. Just after he got the handoff, Ty Shaber brought him down after a gain of a yard. 137 yards and a touchdown for Jason Williams tonight. But 27 carries.
Yeah, he's been the workhorse tonight.
Klett coming out for the Cougars. C.J. Coker will come in. 3 receivers, 2 to the right for Kennedy. 8 on the play clock. We come up on 9 remaining. Here's the jet sweep. Jaron Centers gets it and got to about the 10 before he's pulled back. Going to go down as a pass.
Dylan Dean in there again for yet another tackle for Dubuque. Boys, he had a big night for the defense of the Rams.
3rd down and 5.
Kennedy has picked up their 3rd down efficiency. They're 4 of 9. Cougars with 18 first downs in the ball game. 21-21, 8:46 remaining in the ball game. Here tonight, it's been a good one from Kingston Stadium. 3rd down, long 5 from the 10. Blitz to throw. Being pressured. Sidesteps 1. Throws right side and a flag down. Going to be interference on Williams.
Well, he didn't need to do it
No,
either.
he got a little push in, and you're right. I think the pass was going to be too
That
tall.
was an uncatchable ball.
Lindy getting up limping. But boy, Dubuque Senior shot themselves in the foot with penalties. Now, this one might not be enough for a first down. It's either going to be a 1st and goal or a 4th and about 6 inches. Because it's half the distance.
Oh, it's going to be close to a first down, but I don't think it is either. I think it's about a half a yard short.
Yeah, it's not an automatic first down, I believe.
Got it. First down.
Well, it is a 3rd down.
It's a first down at the 4, and the ball is at the 5.
It is a 3rd and less than a yard. 9th penalty of the game for Dubuque Senior. Kennedy with Williams in the backfield. Blitz on the hard count and got him to jump again. And that will be a first down.
Boy, not just one, about 3 defensive linemen jumped. So that'll get the first down. 1st and goal from about the 2.5.
Lindy, who was limping off just a moment ago, comes back on. Devin Williams and Isaiah Morgan also coming on for Kennedy. As it is a 1st and goal for Kennedy. Just inside the 3. Tight end left. They'll run it out of the power I. Handoff, Williams up the middle, breaks a tackle. Williams steamrolling in. Touchdown, Kennedy. Jason Williams was not going to be denied. 3-yard run, second touchdown run of the night. And another long, sustained Cougar drive in 7 or 6. As the extra point try is on the way up, and it is good. 4-minute, 27-second drive to put Kennedy out in front by a score of 28-21. As we'll see if Senior has another comeback in them. They've been doing it all night in this one. We'll pick our Dental Center Player of the Game coming up at the conclusion of our contest here tonight. I want to remind you about that. American Family Insurance agent Kurt Gustafson is committed to inspiring and protecting dreams right here in Cedar Rapids and the surrounding area. He starts by getting to know you and your needs and builds a free auto, home, or life insurance quote. By bundling policies, we can often offer a variety of discounts. Whether you're purchasing a car, buying property, managing an investment property, starting a small business, or leaving behind a legacy, we've got your back as you pursue your dreams, and we'll help protect them. See Kurt Gustafson Agency of American Family Insurance on Johnson Avenue Southwest, right across from the Johnson Avenue Hy-Vee for more details. Here's the approach and the kick. High end over end kick. Returnable at the 10-yard line. This is Saucer coming in the near sideline. Turns it up at the 25 and ridden out of bounds by 3 Cougars, led by Bartles at the 26. Still plenty of time left for Dubuque Senior's high-powered offense.
Well, this could be their downfall, though, if they don't score on this possession, Scott, because both teams have really not had the ball all that often. This is only the 3rd possession of the second half for Dubuque Senior. So now all of a sudden you got to value every possession. If they don't score on this, they're going to make it pretty hard on themselves. Kennedy, on the other hand, if their defense can come up with a stop here, that's going to go a long, long way.
2 receivers to the left side, 1 in the slot, and they'll run short side. Aitchison with a hold, 35-40, and he's got a first down run of 15. Again, they overload one side, John, and come the opposite direction.
Back with the counter.
Make that first down number 13 on the night for Dubuque Senior. And a first down run of 15 for Jack Aitchison. First down at the 41-yard line. Kennedy showing a 4-man front. Shotgun snap. Gilligan has time. All kinds of time. Pocket's going to collapse. He's going to dump it off to the sideline. Oh, and he took a big hit. Took out one of the officials.
Oh, that official went down hard on that Gilligan coming out of bounds. Undercut that official, the line judge on the Kennedy side.
But it's incomplete. Second down and 10. 10 of 19 now for Gilligan. Good to see Scott Groth get up there. He's playing ball guy tonight.
I saw that. He's gotten every kick on the extra points.
He's a hustler. And a Blues fan. Second down and 10. Saucer will come in motion from right to left. Shotgun snap off the fake. Gilligan rolls the pocket far side, throws in the flat.
Ooh.
Big hit applied by Jaron Centers.
But he held on, didn't he?
Yes, he did, and he got the first down, Saucer did. And another late flag coming in. That was really late.
Boy, how did Saucer hold on to that ball with the hit that was delivered?
Gain of 13. Now it's a personal foul. Oh, they're going to get targeting on that tackle. Ooh.
Well, that was a big conversion, and now you tack 15 on top of it.
They're going to get a targeting call. 8th penalty against Kennedy. Senior tonight has had 10.
I'm telling you, these two teams, they came down here to knock heads. This has been a good old-fashioned slobber knocker tonight.
1st and 10, 31-yard line. Wide side of the field to the right for the Rams. 12 in the play clock. Gilligan looks to the sideline. He'll shift Aitchison off to his right hip, now back to the left. H back in there. High snap, brought down off the fake. Gilligan on the keeper and got back to the line of scrimmage.
A broken play. Snap was too high. Gilligan was going to hand it off, but he couldn't get the ball down for the feed.
Going to lose one. Cook with the stop. And it'll be 2nd and 11. From the 32-yard line. Under 7 to play in the ball game. Cedar Rapids Kennedy 28. Dubuque Senior 21. Shotgun snap back to Gilligan. Hit as he throws. Ball is free. Is that a fumble or an incomplete pass? We have not seen an indication. And now, incomplete pass.
Yeah, I think his arm was going forward, but boy, did he get tomahawk chopped.
And he was slow to get up.
Gilligan took a whack on that.
And we got an injured Cougar, too.
I'm telling you, this is one of the hardest hitting games we've seen this year, Scott. These two teams are just physically brawling with each other.
Caleb Jones, I believe, is the Cougar that's down. And I tell you, Jack Gilligan got up slow.
Gilligan got whacked. But he's been in that pocket all night long, and he doesn't flinch back there.
Boy, he did take a shot when he was letting it go.
Tell you what, the guy stands tall, but man, Kennedy really put the wood to him on that one.
As they take a look, Lynn Groth, the Kennedy trainer, out there. And Jones is up. Coming off a little gimpy.
A little woozy. He's walking on his own power on both feet. No real limping, but boy, he looks like maybe his back's a little sore.
Got a fourth quarter score from over Davenport. Assumption getting well tonight, leading Central DeWitt 41-10. In a district opener. 3rd down for Dubuque Senior. 2 out of 6 tonight on 3rd downs. 3rd and 11. One set back, 4 receivers. Gilligan to throw. They're going to set up the screen. Caught by Francis. 25 got a block. 20-yard line. Got a first down. Still on his feet. Finally taken down. Mulheron came out of nowhere.
Oh, boy. That's that double rub pattern again. And it caught Kennedy unawares.
And a gain of 18. Over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown tonight for Hayden Francis. And Senior, back they come. Every time Kennedy gets that touchdown lead, Rams find some offense.
Yeah, it's time for Kennedy's defense to step up down here in the red zone now. This is where they can bring the game home for the Cougars.
1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Blitz coming off the fake. Gilligan on the keeper up the middle. Mulheron brings him down after a gain of a yard. Nice job of staying home right there by the 6'2", 205-pound junior Michael Mulheron.
Kennedy's seen that read option from the quarterback Gilligan enough now that that's not going to fool him anymore.
Under 6 to play in the ball game. Both teams with all 3 of their timeouts. Aitchison in there has the setback. And Senior going to go with 4 receivers. Twins left, twins to the right. Long count. Here comes the blitz. Picked up. Gilligan throws a slant. Broken up to Kai Pope. Tried to get it to Francis on the slant. Nice play by Dekai Pope. The 5'10", 180-pound senior. 3rd down and 10. This is 4-down territory for Dubuque Senior.
Oh, they're inside the 15-yard line. My goodness, the game's coming down to this possession right now. If Kennedy can get a stop inside the red zone and their offense comes out and kind of takes care of clock management here, this defense can win this game for Kennedy. Right now, right here.
And we're going to get a Senior timeout. Rams are going to talk it over. Big third down with 5:33 to play here in the ball game. And Kennedy up 28-21. Looking for a family-owned, friendly experience when you need dental care? You will find it at the Dental Center. The Dental Center has been caring for patients in the corridor for over 50 years. Doctors Chris, Jenna, and Kyle Hageman, Brad Stovey, and Shannon Hinks provide dental care for the entire family from age 3 to 103. The staff at the Dental Center understand that some patients have dental anxiety, and they are very experienced in making them feel comforted and cared during their visit. Because at the Dental Center, patients are more than patients. They are part of our Dental Center family. The Dental Center, with 2 convenient locations in Southeast Cedar Rapids on Mount Vernon Road and in Hiawatha. Quality, comfortable care. As we'll pick our Dental Center player of the game, we'll have our first Federal Credit Union play of the game coming up on the post game tonight. Big plays here.
Well, they've been shooting Dylan Davis on almost every play. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes again.
3rd and 10.
Yep, there he
Man
comes.
in motion. Gilligan running the pocket to the left. Hit as he throws and throws in the ground. Incomplete. Chase there. Cuck was there, as well as Andrew Myers. Do you take points? Try to get your defense to make a stop?
As hard as possessions have been to come by, you got to go for it here, in my opinion. So I think 3 loses you the game.
That's what Dale Plessel thinks.
So it's coming down to 1 play for Kennedy's defense here.
4th down and 9 from the 12-yard line. They need the 3-yard line. Shotgun snap. Gilligan going to throw the fade to the right side of the end zone. Nobody there. No flags. Dekai Pope was back there with Francis, and I think for once tonight, Gilligan threw that a little early.
Yeah, ball not even anywhere near the receiver. He didn't make that play catchable.
Still 5:22 left here in the ball game. And Kennedy will have it now deep in their own territory at the 12-yard line, but they did make the stop. As the Cougars break the huddle on the sideline and come out with Jason Williams, the tailback. Seniors showing blitz this time. Handoff up the middle. Williams hit hard. Knocked down right at the line of scrimmage. And what a game Dylan Dean has had. The middle linebacker there for Dubuque Senior. I mean, well, did they give him a yard? Might have given him a foot. It'll be 2nd down and long, and now you're Kennedy. You're taking all the play clock here. We're under 5 to play in the ball game. And on 2nd down, the out completed to Morgan. Tackled immediately there by Brestrup. And he's going to get about 7 or maybe 8 out of it out to the 20-yard line. Off the quick count. 5th catch of the night for Isaiah Morgan. 3rd, almost a full 2 here. Big play. Both teams here. Kennedy trying to keep this drive alive with the 7-point lead at 28-21. Power eye in there for the Cougars. They stack it the 3. Long count. Blitz to the 3rd back, and this time waiting for him, Senior.
All right, that's where I don't like that formation, Scott, because if you hand off to the guy that's all the way on the back of that eye, it takes forever for that play to develop and for him to get to the line of scrimmage.
Got back to the line of scrimmage. It's 4th and 1, and there's no way you can go for it here, can you?
I don't think so. You got to punt the ball away.
From your own 21. Now, may try to get them offside again.
They'll try and make them jump because they've been successful at that, but then if Senior doesn't jump, then they've got to punt it.
Senior with everybody in the box right now. 5 in the play clock and timeout Kennedy. Brian White came over to the official right away, was not going to mess around. and called that particular timeout. At Hunt Graphic Innovations, it's the personal touch that counts. If you are serious about creating an eye-catching website or need assistance in graphic design for print, newsletters, posters, signs, or banners, Hunt Graphic Innovations has the experience to help get the job done. With personal attention and competitive pricing, discover the difference Hunt Graphic Innovations can make for you. 3:25 to play here in the ball game, and Senior's going to get this ball back, and probably in good field position.
Should be. I'm going to guess they'll set up their return man somewhere around their own 40 or maybe even at midfield. So we'll see what happens. Kennedy really needs some help from their special teams here. They need a great snap and a good kick on this punt.
28-21 Cougars. No one is led by more than one touchdown. And a very, very good ball game here to kick off week number 5.
They're going for it.
4th down. And they are going to run the play. Toss sweep. Jason Williams trying to get to the corner and got it. 1st down, Cougars. Oh, boy. Brian White with a smile on his face as he's coming up the sideline.
Dodged a bullet on that call.
Wow.
The old triple I, and they did the toss sweep to the guy dotting the I to the wide side of the field, and it was Jason Williams, and he just got the corner turn to pick up that 1st down.
You tell you what, that is Brian White having supreme confidence as a defensive coordinator and as a head coach in his defense.
Well, that or Kyle Knox saying, we got it, I got it from here. Either way, it worked.
1st down from the 26-yard line. Now Kennedy in the driver's seat. Here's that toss again. Williams corralled and got back to the line of scrimmage. As Tommy Williams stopping Jason Williams.
Senior 2 timeouts remaining. And this is really where Kennedy has got to milk every second off of that clock now. They didn't do it so much on the last possession, but boy, they've got those big old clocks out there where everybody can see them. There's no reason not to take all but the last second or two now.
Kennedy has the play clock down to 10 as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Down to 2, down to 1, and they called the timeout. Brian White didn't think they were going to get it off, and he burned the timeout. So timeout in favor of the Cougars. End your search for your favorite restaurant in Cedar Rapids. Come to Emil's Hideaway. Emil's is a home for the best tasting American food around. Choose from your favorites: chicken, pasta dishes, pizza and burgers and fries made fresh daily. Whether you are bringing the whole family for a meal or wetting your whistle at our fully stocked bar, there's something to satisfy all ages and tastes at our classic American local restaurant. Need catering for your next party or event? Emil's has that too. Call them for details. Emil's Hideaway, open Monday through Saturday at 4 p.m. right next to Home Depot and across from Lindale Mall on 1st Avenue Southeast.
I'm just saying, get the shrimp appetizer. You will not go wrong.
The Cuban is a favorite. 2nd down and 10. Now that did Senior a favor stopping the clock.
Yes, it did.
Center's coming in motion. They'll fake the jet sweep on the inside handoff to Williams and runs into 40 Dylan Dean again. And I was going to say, I think you're going to start to see timeout taken by Dubuque Senior, and there's the first. 2 even to play. Both teams with now 1 timeout remaining here in the ball game. And the biggest 3rd down coming up of the night for Kennedy. But this is a 3rd and long. Cougars are 5 of 11 tonight on 3rd down tries, but they're 3 of 3 on 4th.
Well, that's a lot of room to make up a 1st down, but you cannot pass the ball. And if you do, you darn well better sure it's such a catchable ball that there's no way that it can be dropped and the clock stopped. This is a tough call right here.
I wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of little screen or just a little swing pass.
Boy, that's chancy. If that goes incomplete, though, my goodness.
Senior with only one timeout remaining, down by 7, 2 even to play in the ball game. With a 3rd and 8 upcoming for Kennedy. 4 receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Dekai Pope in there. He'll get it. Here is a double reverse. Here comes Centers. Coming to the near side. Turns it back at the 30 to the 35, but he didn't get there.
Oh, he was close.
But now it's 4th down and a yard. You went for it on your own 22 last time. You might as well try it again, right?
Oh, man. That's going to take some courage.
And now they're going to stop the clock, and Senior's going to take that last time out.
4th down and 1.
Well, now this makes it a little bit more interesting.
I tell you what, this is where the head coaches earn their money, Scott.
4th and a yard. You get a 1st down, game's over.
Game's over.
And do not think that is lost on Brian White.
But if you don't get it or something goes wrong with the snap, all of a sudden you're giving the ball over to Senior, who's explosive as can be, with a very short porch. And an enormous amount of time on the clock as well for that short amount of field to cover.
4th, and it may be less than a yard. In fact, it is.
You just quarterback sneak here, don't you? When it's that short, I think you have to quarterback sneak, Scott. Any type of a handoff has potential for problems.
Kennedy's going to bring the offense out, and they're going to bring, I think, that stack power I.
I just think you got to use your quarterback and sneak.
Cuck is in there as the middle fullback. They will go under center. Here's Blitz. He's got it. He's going to sneak. Got pushed ahead by Flanagan. Got the 1st down. Game, set, match.
And that's the right call.
4 out of 4 tonight on 4th downs for Kennedy. And the biggest 2 yards that Carson Blitz has had tonight.
Jason Klein having a little celebratory dance down there on the Kennedy sideline.
Principal Klein. And the clock will run, and Kennedy is going to take a hard-earned victory to 5-0.
Well, there was nothing easy about this win, but victory formation here.
And Blitz will take it. He'll take a knee.
This is the Dubuque Senior team you don't want to see if you're in the playoffs.
This is a team that is going to end up probably, double-digit seed, 11 through 16 right in there, and is going to scare the heck out of whoever they play in the first round.
They're going to get an upper-tier seed, and they're going to make people sweat.
Well, they made Kennedy sweat tonight. One more snap should do it. As Blitz under center will get it. Will take a knee. And Kennedy is going to get the victory in a hard-earned victory it was tonight. $33 rushes tonight for Jason Williams, and the Cougars will win their homecoming here in 2021. As everybody coming to the middle of the field to shake hands, Dale Plessel and his staff, Brian White and his crew will exchange handshakes as it's a Kennedy win tonight, 28-21. And like we said in the pregame, may have been a little rust. Who knows, but
doesn't matter now. You got the W.
Matter. After having a week off with the forfeit last week for the Cougars, we'll pick our player of the game, courtesy of the Dental Center. Coming up here in just a little bit, we'll have our play of the game for First Federal Credit Union for you as well. In just a little bit here as well as good sportsmanship and handshakes all around going on down there on the field here at Kingston Stadium. And Kennedy goes to 5-0, and we'll see them next week. It will not get any easier because The big CF train is coming in next Friday night.
Yeah, and Cedar Falls, they've just done nothing but get better week in and week out, and they've got a whole different set of weapons again. So be a tough prep, but on a Thursday night game, you get one extra day, so that's the good news for Kennedy.
How about Kennedy holding the ball for the last 5 minutes and 22 seconds of this football game?
Well, Senior only had 3 possessions in the whole second half, Scott. And that's why I say if you don't score on every possession, you got to value those possessions and get some kind of points. They only had on the night 8 possessions for Dubuque Senior's Rams did. When you only get the ball 8 times in a 48-minute game, man, you're really putting a premium on those possessions.
Good job tonight by Carson Blitz. Hit all kinds of different receivers in this ball game tonight and really spread the wealth. Jason Williams was terrific. Kennedy probably didn't go to that Wildcat as much as they thought they were going to be able to go to that Wildcat tonight, but still effective.
Had it when they needed it to get a key first down.
Yes, they did. Very effective in the ball game tonight, and this was a big one for Kennedy. They were number 1 in a couple polls, number 2, either number 1 or number 2 in whichever poll you wanted to look at.
Well, and in their defense, I've heard from different people, not Jefferson people, by the way. Kennedy's not the number 2 team in the state. How do you know that? I mean, how do you know that? You don't know that. All they have is gone 5-0 here, and if they take care of business against Cedar Falls next week, you know, that's a huge feather in their cap if they can pull that off.
And we'll get a few more eyeballs on them as they go into the rest of their schedule.
Just, I would say to the doubters, keep in mind that Kennedy's the last Metro team here, excluding Xavier, that was in a state championship game. So just don't forget about that.
No. How about Jason Williams tonight?
What a warrior.
33 carries, 145 yards, and 2 touchdowns
And
tonight.
he is going to be one sore puppy tomorrow morning, I'm here to tell you. Because every one of those runs was met and delivered with collision force.
And that is coming off rested, obviously. But still, that's a lot of punishment. As Kennedy with a gutsy 4th down call. And the Cougars get the victory tonight, 28-21 over Dubuque Senior. We'll have our final stats for you coming up. Senior, on the other hand, they've got an extra day to get ready. They go to Davenport West coming up next week. Then Muscatine, and then they end with 2 toughies, though, with Pleasant Valley and then at the Dome.
Yep, Senior is they're gonna have a nice finish to this season. I don't know exactly what it's gonna be record-wise, but they're probably in all likelihood going to be a playoff team. And, you know, if you were to ask Kennedy, now that this game is over, would you like a rematch with Dubuque Senior?
No thanks.
First round? And I think they'd say pass.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right as far as that is concerned. And win, though, for the Cougars. At times it did not look real pretty tonight, but they got it done and did it against a very worthy opponent in this one this evening at Kingston Stadium on just an absolutely beautiful night for football. And just putting the finishing touches here on the final statistics of the ball game here tonight.
Happy homecoming tonight for everybody wearing green and gold, as this was a perfect evening in many, many regards. The band was wonderful. The double queens and the one king crowning ceremony with Joe Benedict in charge was flawless. Fans had a great time here on the home side anyway. And I tell you what, I'm just still impressed by the job that Dale Plussell does at Dubuque Senior. He has his teams ready to go year in and year out, week in and week out. And my hat's off to them, because this was a hard prep tonight for them coming down here. But his team gave it everything they had for 48 minutes.
Yes, they did. Here on the postgame show, we bring you the unofficial final statistics that we have for you here tonight. Total yardage in the ball game for Kennedy, 361 yards to 329 yards for Dubuque Senior. Cougars, how's this for balance? 182 on the ground, 179 through the air for Kennedy. That's going to win you some football games.
Well, I'll tell you what, it just looks good, too. I mean, it's what you want as a coaching staff. You want to be a diversified team.
For Kennedy, Carson blitzed tonight, a very nice night. 14 of 24, 179 yards. He threw 1 touchdown. He had 2 interceptions on the evening and hit 8 different receivers in the ball game. Isaiah Morgan, 5 catches, 39 yards, and a touchdown. 2 catches for Lindy for 36. Centers had 3 for 38. And then 1 catch apiece for Hayden Klett, Mitchell Shears, Colin Flanagan, Jason Williams, and C.J. Coker. Jason Williams on the ground tonight. 33 carries, 145 yards, and 2 touchdowns for this Kennedy offense. Blitz carried it 5 times for 3. Flanagan had a couple of totes for 15. Cook carried it 2 for 10 and a touchdown, and Centers 2 carries for 9 yards in the ball game tonight. Kennedy had 21 first downs. That's a lot of first downs.
That'll win you a lot of games.
Cougars penalized 8 times on the night for 85 yards. That's not going to make the coaches real happy.
No. They'll try and sweep that under the rug, but hey, you got to talk about it starting tomorrow.
Yeah, 1 sack and 2 turnovers. For Dubuque Senior, 329 unofficial total yards tonight, 209 through the air and 120 on the ground. Jack Gilligan, 12 of 25 in the ball game for 209 yards and 1 touchdown. Francis got 6 for 108. Saucer caught 4 for 70, and Wilbrecht and Tart with 1 catch apiece. On the ground, it was Tommy Williams leading the way. 8 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown. Aitchison carried it 7 times for 26 yards. Gilligan carried it 11 times for 28 yards. 15 first downs for Dubuque Senior tonight, but they were penalized a total of 10 times in the ball game. And some of those were just key penalties that they came up with for a total of 81 yards tonight. Senior with a couple of 3 and outs. Kennedy with a couple of 3 and outs. Third down conversions. Dubuque Senior was 2 of 7. Cedar Rapids Kennedy tonight was 5 of 12. Senior was 2 out of 3 on third down tries, while Kennedy was 4 out of 4 on third downs in the ball game. And second half, John, this became a key stat. Time of possession. The Cougars, including the last 5:22 of the ball game when they held the ball, 28-41 to 19-19. Now, I think they wore Dubuque Senior down a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, if you can limit your opponent to only having 3 possessions in the second half, I mean, that's almost crazy that Dubuque Senior only touched the ball 3 times in the second half.
You don't see that very often in any level of football.
No, you don't.
But
that was big tonight, though. And I tell you this about Kennedy. They stepped up when it was crunch time. Their defense stepped up and their offense stepped up. Their special teams took care of business at the end, too. All 3 aspects of the team won this game in the closing quarter for Kennedy. When they had to have it, Scott, they had it.
And how about a 4th down call from your own 22-yard line?
Just gutsy calls by the coaches. And talk about trust in your team, and then have your team go out there and execute it when you had to have it. It was gutsy, but it was also, that's the way you win games.
And you had a defensive coordinator with a lot of trust in his defense. And that's what Brian White had. And not only the head coach, but also, of course, the defensive coordinator for this Cedar Rapids Kennedy team that is now 5-0. And the second-rated Cougars will have another big challenge next week, as the Cougars will host Cedar Falls. Will be here next Friday night at Kingston Stadium, while Dubuque Senior will get ready to take on Davenport West coming up next week. We need to pick our 2 post-game awards here tonight. Our Dental Center Player of the Game, brought to you by the Dental Center. They've been in business and caring for their patients for over 50 years. Quality, comfortable care at the Dental Center. And I tell you, I like Jason Williams tonight.
Anytime you carry the ball that many times and have the collisions that he had on every one of those, that's old-fashioned football. That's just the way. And I tell you what, he is going to feel every one of those hits, but it's going to feel so good knowing that you won your homecoming game against a quality opponent. And he was just he was so consistently good on every one of those runs tonight, Scott. It's a great call.
So congratulations to Jason Williams. He is tonight's Dental Center Player of the Game. It's brought to you by the Dental Center. 2 locations, one on Mount Vernon Road on the southeast side and in Hiawatha. Quality, comfortable care. And also, we need to pick our play of the game, and it's brought to you by First Federal Credit Union. First Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor high school athletics. We understand the hard work and dedication it takes for these students to succeed on the field or in the classroom. At First Federal Credit Union, we work hard every day to listen, solve problems, and are dedicated to finding ways to help you with your financial needs. From home loans to auto loans, checking, or even the best savings rates in town, we're here to help you achieve your goals. Learn more about First Federal Credit Union at firstfedcu.com, member NCUA. I don't think there's any doubt in the world about our play of the game tonight, and that is a 4th down conversion at the very end.
By Jason Williams.
4th down out of the triple stacked I from your own 22-yard line with the game in the balance.
Sweep to the wide side of the field and just get in the corner turn to get enough to get the first down and seal the victory.
That was a big play. Big play.
Gutsy call, too, because anytime you call a sweep, Scott, I don't care if it's to the wide side or the short side, there's potential for one guy on the defense to make penetration and stop that, because sweeps take a long time to develop. But they executed it and had it, and that's what sealed the game for Kennedy.
2 4th down conversions on that last drive.
Right.
That kept the ball the 5:22.
And the sneak.
The sneak at the end. But that one at the 22-yard line was something else. No doubt about that. Well, we'll do it again tomorrow. We'll be at Saints Field for the Class 4A district opener.
Yes.
Between the, I believe, number 4 rated Xavier Saints and the Washington Warriors. Our first chance to see Coach Schulte and the Saints. And Xavier coming off the loss, though, to North Scott. And, of course, Wash coming off the big loss to Lindmar.
Big loss, yeah. So, yeah, a couple of teams are going to be hungry to get a win after both losing last week. Saints Field, I'll tell you what, Xavier is tough to beat at home.
They are.
I think that was only the North Scott game. The loss with North Scott was their first loss in 3 or 4 years at home. So they're going to be anxious to right that wrong, too. And I have had a chance to see Xavier on film, and I will tell you that they are a very efficient offense, and they are running both speed and dive option a lot, Scott, and you know I love that.
Yeah, and Coach O'Connell is going to have a great defense. And for Washington, you got to hold on to the ball this week if you're the Warriors.
Yeah, they've got to come up with a better passing scheme, that's for sure. I mean, oh goodness, 4 interceptions in the first half alone last week? So that's going to be the watchword for them, is value the ball. The possession of the ball. No turnovers tomorrow night for Wash. I bet the players are so sick of hearing that. But yeah, if they come to play and play error-free, penalty-free, and turnover-free ball, they'll give Xavier a nice game.
First time they have met in 8 years. Been a long time.
That's been a long time.
Since the Warriors and the Saints have gotten together, and we'll have it tomorrow night on CRM Live Sports for you, starting at about 7:15 with the pregame show. And looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing you over there. And good job tonight, and we had a good one.
Love these Thursday and Friday night doubleheaders, Scott. This always makes me smile.
Indeed. All right. Thanks to all our great sponsors here on CRM Live Sports for helping to bring the broadcast here this evening. And, of course, thanks to everybody out there for tuning in tonight. For John Haggerty, Scott Unash saying so long from the Bob Brooks press box here at Kingston Stadium. Final score tonight in this 5A matchup. Number 2, Cedar Rapids Kennedy remains unbeaten. The Cougars 28, Dubuque Senior 21. You've been listening to a presentation of CRM Live Sports, and so long from Kingston Stadium.